Houston, our instruments are showing that we have a incoming message from deep space. Repeat, Houston, we have an incoming message from deep space. Houston, we will begin playing message now. Houston, we're going to try and translate that up here. Hold for translation. Translation complete. We'll begin playing message now.
Hey, it's me, Melissa.
What do you do when the aliens invade? Take a shot of MK Ultra and watch Melissa Jade. Put on your tinfoil hat and tune right in. We got that crime spree, flat earth theories, government conspiracies, a complex Mandela effects, unidentified objects, a mind expanding, fake moon landing, what are dolphins understanding? It's me, Melissa. It's me, Melissa. Aliens is on the sun or in Area 51. Time travels, unravels, haunted castles, cops are baffled, potential experimental thoughts that make you transcendental. It's me, Melissa. It's me, Melissa. Crime sprees, flat earth theories, government conspiracies, complex Mandela effects, unidentified objects, a mind expanding, fake moon landing, what are dolphins understanding? It's me, Melissa. It's me, Melissa.
Hello, everybody. Hello. Hi, so there's that. Hi, Tiffany. Seven Lilies, Freak Vamp, Carol and Cooper. We got poor Linda, Lisa, Corinne, LSB. Howdy. Steph says, yeah, I'm addicted to this saga now. Jean. I dig the voice. Look at me. Jay. Hey. Pointer Lover, Marie Joey, Sarah Bellum, Samantha. Frog says, Merry Christmas to all that celebrate. Is it Christmas already? Or is it Christmas somewhere else maybe? Merry Christmas if you're celebrating Christmas currently. Hi, Kenzie. Oh, sounds good. I hope you have a great dinner with your sister. Hi, BB Lee. I've been waiting for this next installment. I'm hooked. Yes, I know we're splitting this live up. Well, this hearing up half tonight, half tomorrow night. Me and Shay wanted to choose 2 back-to-back nights so we didn't have to wait time between. But then, Jean, thank you. MJ needs to get a bagel stat since I don't get any. Me too. Hey, ATS, thank you. Thank you, Jean. I know I'm a bagel crushing heart type of gal. Hi, Hells. ATS, Cranky Ladybug. Pointer Lover for 36 months. That is insanely amazing. 3 years. I don't know what I did to deserve that, but that is so incredible. Thank you so much. Hi, Love and Light. A condo in the hood. Excited to hear your reaction to this child. Batshit crazy. Hi, Rainbow Bright. You've been waiting patiently. Seven Callie. I see you found out about the other. Yes. So I scheduled a live for Saturday. Since we're booked up tonight and tomorrow. And I don't know if you guys heard about this girl, and it reminded me so much given that we're going over Laura Owens. And basically, this girl named Kira Cousins, she faked an entire pregnancy using one of those reborn dolls. Okay. It's right now, Steph and Callie, it's scheduled for 7. But yes, we will be. Poor Linda, for sure. Hi, Tara T. So Pointer Lover. So she wore a fake baby bump, okay, and I believe she used this sonogram photos and stuff. She had an entire gender reveal you could see on her TikTok, okay, with family and friends, and then she gave birth and was using a legit baby reborn doll with the dad, with her parents, Okay. And then when they want to like hold the baby, she's coming up with all these excuses and stuff. And it's just right down this alley of what we're already going over. So that is scheduled for Saturday. And I am so excited. Hi, Shay.
Hey.
Yeah. I don't know if you just heard because we were talking about I'm going to cover this new breaking story on Saturday because we're booked up tonight and tomorrow with this. And this girl had faked an entire pregnancy and then a baby using a reborn doll. Have you heard that?
Was that the one that Tess sent us?
Oh, I don't know. Where?
I think it's on Messenger. I don't think you get on Messenger anymore.
Yeah, no, I don't use any really apps. I apologize for anyone who may have reached out. I really don't use any apps since I've moved. I just completely did not. I've been gone and I'm IA.
It's also overwhelming if you don't use them and like
Yes.
you're thinking like, could I ever catch up?
That's what happened. I don't know if you remember when I first moved, I was like, I'll catch up. I promise I'll check. I just never have gone back.
That's okay. I actually prefer to like kind of consolidate my ways of talking. Like
It makes it a little bit easier. Yeah.
Yeah. But no, I think she shared like a preview of something of that, and it was interesting.
Yeah, it was. I saw it early this morning before work, and I was going down. I'm like, this is right up the alley with everything we're doing with Laura, and I love that type of exposure because this shit is not okay. It's very serious. And I think it's. I could understand faking the pregnancy. And when I say I can understand, I don't condone it versus I've seen it before, right? What I can't understand is faking having the baby and using a reborn doll and lying to your family and to the baby daddy and pretending that child is alive. That baby is alive. Yeah, it's there in the UK. Yup. Hi, Legion Cloyd. It's bizarre. So we're going to be going down that rabbit hole Saturday. So we're going to have back to back
Sweet.
With the fake pregnancy stuff going on. Hi, Marjorie. So since we've last been on, Laura actually had her court hearing and trial with Michael. So the first day, I think it was 3 days ago, she was a no-show.
Really?
And well, she showed up via Zoom and she explained to the judge that she can't get there in person. And the judge is like, you need to be here in person tomorrow. Like, no, there's no question about it. Like, you have to show up or else I'm not going forward with this. And then come the next day, which I think was yesterday or maybe 2 days ago, she still didn't show up. And then I heard something about she somehow managed to speak with the judge, like kind of ex parte without Mike's counsel. And someone, if anyone knows if this is incorrect, please correct me. But that's what I heard from this video. And now it's pushed out to November 6th, which I don't know how that happened, but it's interesting. Hi, Harlot.
Hey, Harlot.
Because it was losing hair. Oh my God.
Those reward dolls scare the hell out of me.
ADA request for accommodation. Are you kidding me? Oh, November 5th. Thank you, Boots. Yeah, they should it's just, with everything she has going on, you would think that this is not something she would be pursuing. But it's I don't want to say narcissist, but it's definitely a narcissistic trait to be so self-absorbed and so focused on even keeping up with those lies, man, that she's like, yep, no, I'll make time for this. She sent an email at the end of the day, Tuesday, and saw the judge on Zoom. Wednesday morning. Then the judge brought Omar Mike in after the ADA accommodation was decided. Oh my goodness. She reached out to the chief judge.
Wow.
Yes, woman will go. Hi, Amy J. Hi, Neat Noodle. Your slip is approved. All right. Well, let's get into this. We are going to be watching the first half of this trial. I'm so excited. I'm going to be playing it from Schnitzel Ninja, which I didn't realize Schnitzel Ninja is another creator. You guys know I've been talking about this channel since I started covering Laura Owens. And I didn't realize Snitchel Mix-Up was another one of the YouTube creators, I guess Laura went after. I don't know if she created rumors and stuff about Schnitzel or just specifically went after the channel in general to try to get the content taken down. But this channel has very good records of everything Laura Owens related.
She doesn't want the truth to come out.
Nope. Hi, Coffee and Skeletons. Okay, and then I know Allie has the second part to her live after this live tonight, where she's going over the Lauren. How do you pronounce her last name, Shay? Like Mateo?
Matthias.
Matthias, thank you. With the hidden true crime stuff that's going on. And then tomorrow's live is scheduled, I think, for the same time that tonight was scheduled for, and we'll watch the second half. I'm just so excited we're finally here. Hi, Chase.
Me too. And thank you for being patient with me too. I have just been swamped this week. Like,
oh, girl, please, you know, I'll disappear for a month, so we're fine.
So I bought another charger for my laptop because my cat chewed through it, and I got it like maybe last week or something. I remember because I was going to pull some Delphi stuff, and I set it out and I started working on my stuff when I got back. Was that like Monday or Tuesday when I was talking to you? Tuesday, and came back and it is chewed through again.
Oh, bad pussy.
Bad pussy, man. I don't know what to do. I'm gonna have to get those like those things that you could put over cords or whatever. I saw some at Best Buy. I'm gonna have to find something because they are just like the amount of money I spend on charger cords and everything is ridiculous.
Well, nothing in this world probably gives me more joy than a guilty dog. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
When a dog is guilty of doing something and you confront them and they legit close their eyes. Sometimes they'll face the wall and like with their eyes closed, they'll wag their tail though, you know, like they know they messed up. Like
the shave is real. Yes, my dog Bear was like that. I miss him.
It gives me the best joy, man. Like, how can you be mad when you have like, oh my god, there's or I love watching like videos online of guilty dogs.
Yeah, cats don't show that kind of expression, and I got
I know.
five. I
Cats
can't
are
figure out
like,
which one did it.
Petty human, go replace this cord so I have a new one to chew up.
I'm like, why? Of all things, you have toys, you have catnip. Like, geez.
Cats aren't my thing. I'm a big animal person, but cats are just. I'll run up to any dog and hold. I don't care what kind of dog, vicious dog, it doesn't matter. But a cat, like kitten, okay, maybe I'd approach a kitten, but a cat is. I will not approach a cat. They stare through my soul. You know how I feel about it. I feel judged. I just don't trust cats. I love cats from a distance. I don't trust cats.
I get it.
Yeah, cats will blame others and then play it off. Hi, Brandy. Then they slowly inch over to me until exactly. Hey, for shiggles. All right, so let's jump into it. We are finally here. This is, do not forget, because we have multiple court cases that were going on between Laura and Clayton. And so this is the June 10th, 2024 trial. And this is regarding the original petition that Laura filed with family court for paternity and child support, parenting plan, things like that. She tried to withdraw this petition after Clayton's civil injunction was granted, and she claimed that she miscarried. And they're like, no. You need to prove that you were ever pregnant to begin with. And so we listened to the pretrial status conference the last time. And so this is going to be the first half to the actual trial. And what I want you to pay attention to is that the courtroom is packed. At this point, people were aware, the public were aware, people were following, people showed up. There are a lot of witnesses. The same victims that Laura has done this to in the past are there. But don't forget that discrepancy, okay? And look, sorry, the Court of Public Opinion. I love their channel. When I talk about how I listen to the court hearings all day long, Shay, this is one of the channels I listen to. They just have all of like the goodies clipped on the channel, and it's so good. So thank you for being here. It's because cats are secretly judging you constantly. I'm telling you. I'm telling you.
They really are.
Oh, I
know
don't
that-
know about that. What are you saying? I love that name. But go on.
Oh, I feel so, I don't know. I don't understand why it's happening with me with the cats. Like I take care of them and they know that like I feel like they know I've been waiting on having access to something. Like it's against me, it's personal at this point.
I'm not sure.
Some bad pussies.
I think this is the one that yes. So you have to just remember that little discrepancy that back with the injunction, she had that full moon of that baby bump. Okay. And that was end of October, first week of November. Now, in the future, she has claimed that it was back in, what was it, July, that she was told that she may have suffered. Was it? Oh, no, not July. I'm sorry. Yeah, was it July? Now I'm forgetting. She said it was back in, I think, July that she potentially suffered the miscarriage. And it's like, whoa,
Right.
whoa. Like,
That-
why'd you
That
show
was the
up?
sex.
Yes. And so that's going to be critical in this. Obviously, that's going to be critical in this hearing. Now, what I've noticed is that they are very strict on the time limits, and both sides are going to be allocated a certain amount of time. And basically, you use it how you see fit. And so if you want to extensively use it on Laura and then save literally 1 minute or 53 seconds left for any other witnesses, you could do that. But they are very strict on the time, and they don't really give any additional time.
Ooh.
I don't think anyone knows what she's claiming yet, just that it's under the ADA. She's asked for an in-camera review, so I don't think the prosecution even knows. Interesting. And you know what? People said she was going to pull something out of her, moon bump.
We read that press release that she did,
Yes,
and she
the
talked
press
about
release,
reaching out to
autism
them.
and stuff.
That's probably it.
Mm-hmm. Okay, are you ready? I know you have not seen this at all. I'm so excited.
Let's do it.
Oh, are you serious? So there's that. The Wade West documentary is coming out in January. It will be on Paramount. It's called Handsome Devil. Of course it is.
Stop it.
Of course it is. We knew it was going to come, but it's actually happening.
I thought it was funny. I mean, not really funny, but I already knew the characters because Michael Efferman is, I think, also representing Charlie Adelson as his appeals lawyer too. And I was like, good thing I'm brushed up a little bit with Wade and know who Michael Efferman is.
Mm-hmm. And whoever his legal secretary or paralegal is, because I'm assuming they're the ones who had written up that appeal.
Mm-hmm.
It was not drafted well. There was so many typos and inaccuracies.
Oh boy.
Same. Okay, here we go.
Sentence FC 2023-052-114. Appearances, please. Beginning first with petitioner's counsel.
Good morning, Your Honor. David Gingras on behalf of Laura Owens.
Can you hear?
Yes.
Okay.
Ms. Owens is present with me in court today, along with her mother and our medical expert, Dr. Michael Mitchell.
Good morning to you all. And from the respondent, please.
Good morning, Judge. Rick Woodnick. I'm here for Clayton Echard. Also with me is my co-counsel, DeAngelina, and Isabel Rani.
Good morning to all of you. Is that by chance our expert, maybe?
Yes.
Oh, no, I wasn't talking to the media. You're fine. I was talking to Layla. All right. So,
one last thing. This is the judge who would ultimately, after this case, report Laura to the Maricopa County Prosecutor's Office, who would conduct their investigation and ultimately charge her with the 7 felony counts and an indictment. So I know, Tess. I know. I'm so excited.
counsels, I know we discussed in chambers whether the rule is going to be invoked or not. What did we decide?
We're not invoking it. We're good.
Okay. All right. So then, as I told the parties, that extends your time by 5 minutes. Each party will be given 50 minutes. We will take a 10-minute break roughly halfway through. I allow 10 minutes for technical difficulties because they just happen to everybody. Are either counsel using a laptop that may kick you out on Wi-Fi? No? All right, so that won't be an issue then this morning. And then the additional 10 minutes has now been absorbed into the party's time. Counsel, I note that you wish to make a record before we begin. Did you wish to make that now?
I do, Your Honor, as quickly as I possibly can.
Okay.
So we object to Mr. Michael Maricini being called as a witness. There are two bases for this.
Pause. So this is Laura, and I know it's a little zoomed out, but that's because you got multiple cameras going, and trust me, you will be grateful for this left camera that has Exhibit 2. But you have Laura sitting at that table, and she has a new attorney come this sorry, I was reading this. Come this date. At least, I don't know at what point. I'm sure someone in the chat will be able to help me, but I'm not sure at what point the original attorney that was representing her withdrew.
Mm-hmm.
But this is a different attorney that we see representing her. This is the one with the great audio. The other ones are, I know. And so visually, I understand, but once it starts going again, you'll be happy that that big screen is with the exhibits. But I can't, I guess I could leave and then zoom in a little bit, but it's really not going to help too much. It's more about listening. We'll win all the motions. Okay. And so they're trying to exclude Michael as being called as a witness. And again, that's the one that she was just supposed to be in court for this week, a couple of days ago. Thank you. David Gringus joined in March 2024, I believe, after a bunch of them quit on her. Thank you, Jane Jones.
Oh, wow.
And so we object to Mr. Michael Maricini being called as a witness. There are two bases for this objection. The first is non-disclosure. I raised this before in a motion in limine, if the court would remember. I don't think the court had all the facts at that time, and I don't know that I had an opportunity to present them. So I just want to briefly explain what the basis is for the non-disclosure objection. I got involved in this case on March 25th, 2024. 2 days after that, Mr. Woodnick served a second supplementary disclosure statement. That was the first time that Mr. Maricini was identified as a witness. The entire disclosure was a single sentence long, and I'll read it. This witness is expected to testify about his prior interactions with the petitioner, her 2 alleged pregnancies during their relationship, and the subsequent litigation. That was the entirety of the disclosure as to Mr. Maricini.
Correct me if I'm wrong, Shay, but that's a pretty straightforward disclosure. That's exactly what he'd be calling as a witness to testify about. Like, how much additional details would you like them to give you in the disclosure?
Right.
She filed a bar complaint on the female attorney that quit on her. I heard about that. Sorry.
Yeah, she's like a whole lawyer's section too. Like, very interesting hearing of changing of legal. And then I clicked on David Gringus, and so he started representing her March of 2024.
Yes.
But she lost this with him. But then I guess there was when I clicked on him, there was a mug shot of him when he was younger for sexual conduct with a minor.
Lovely. You're talking about her lawyer?
Yes, it's on the victims page. I was like, what?
The victims of Laura Owens. Okay, I still have it up. I'll take a look. Cheese and rice. Okay. So
yeah.
They're twin flames of one another.
Interesting.
I like that. Sarah Donis says, she had many attorneys, but this David Gringus, the ultimate crazy twin flame of Laura Owens.
Oh God, maybe they
We're
end
off
up
to a
together.
great start. Gringus also had 2 DUIs, but we won't mention those. Perfect.
Oh,
As I would in any
Lord.
case, Your Honor, once I got a copy of the file, I started to investigate, and I reached out to the contact person listed for Mr. Maricini, who is a lawyer in California named Randy Sue Pollock. I spoke to Ms. Pollock. She expressed extreme surprise. She had never heard of this case. She had never heard of Mr. Woodnick. She had no idea why I was calling her. I told her that her client had been listed as a witness and that I wanted to know if he was going to come to trial or not. If he was, I may want to speak to him, may want to depose him. She said that she would get back to me and let me know. She sent me an email the next day, dated April 19th, which I have a copy of, and I'll put into the record if Your Honor would allow. She said to me in writing, "My client will not be testifying," referring to Mr. Maricini. I thought, great, one less person, one less time issue to deal with. That remained my understanding until the morning of April 30th, when I received a new disclosure from Mr. Woodnick that totally changed the landscape. This was the first time that I had heard that there was an issue of fake medical records with Mr. Maricini and my client in California some 8 years ago. That's why I, literally within an hour of seeing that information, I filed an emergency motion for a court hearing. The court unfortunately took 2.5 weeks and then denied that. So I was not given an opportunity to explain the problem. Here we are, Your Honor, the morning of trial. I still don't know what Mr. Maricini is going to say. That is a complete violation of Rule 49. The whole purpose of the disclosure rules is to avoid surprise. And yet here we are, surprise, waiting to see what he's going to say. That's improper. The second issue, Your Honor, deals with this California court restraining order. I think you have a copy of it. It's one of our trial exhibits. We have a court order from the state of California that prohibits Mr. Maricini from being within 100 yards of Ms. Owens.
Okay, that is the restraining order she was supposed to appear back in court 2 days ago for, to essentially renew and make it a lifetime protection order. And so she's still pursuing her victims, and it's unacceptable. You know, like this isn't, not that it would make it any less wrong if she did this just to Clayton, but it really goes to show her depravity when it's multiple victims that she's continuously pursuing. This was a long running scam, fraud. I don't even know all the words to describe it, but it's, you know, it's crazy. But only narcissistic fashion would actually pursue it when you are facing a 7 felony count indictment and heading to trial in January. You want to perjure yourself more? Go for it.
I think she's just scrambling.
She's.
Any objection? All objections.
There we go. We need an end. All objections.
I thought that's what Samantha was referring to.
Yes. Oh, I'm so sorry. I forgot to pull up our missing child for tonight's live stream. So I will just remind me at the end. I have the child up and ready to go. I just totally forgot.
Okay.
He's in violation of it right now. There is no exception for court appearances. She is so terrified that she may not be able to sit here during this trial. Under the full faith and credit clause of the U.S. Constitution and also under federal law, this court is required to enforce that order as it is written. You can't change it. You can't modify it. You can't disregard it. And yet here we are. So for those 2 reasons, I would ask the court to exclude Mr. Maricini.
Thank you. Response?
I can do it in 30 seconds, Judge. Number 1, you already ruled on this. And number 2, there's a lack of transparency in the comments because number 1, Your Honor already saw Mr. Maricini's correspondence to Mr. Gingras as to why he didn't want to talk to him. And number 2, Mr. Maricini is here and is available. And certainly Mr. Gingras could have walked out in the hallway and talked to him, but instead he called 911.
What?
Thank you.
Your Honor, just
He called 911. Shay. Oh, see. So we've seen this before too at the injunction, the civil injunction against harassment, where Greg Gillespie was there too. And it was, well, I can't even appear in the courtroom because I have a protection order, you know, like against him. And so same thing, same play here. She has one against Michael and I'm going to call 911. Did her lawyer really advise her to do that? Phoenix police pulled up next to our news van. Stop. Wow. We are still waiting for the body cam footage for this 911 call. We have over a year later. Unbelievable. Super fascinating. Like I said, when I first listened to this, I didn't know anything really about what was going on. So I was listening, but working while listening and whatever. So I'm just so excited to actually listen to this again and actually absorb what's going on and have the context. Okay, well, we'll object one more time.
Any objection? All objections.
That's a real attorney. The female attorney probably refused to lie for Laura. Any woman who's been pregnant before knows that Laura is full of shit. 100%. 100%. Her lawyer called. Wow. So that's just, you know, I don't know. This is why a lot of lawyers get skeezy reputations, but all are not like that.
Very, very briefly, the whole point here is I wanted to talk to Mr. Maricini. I wanted to interview him either informally, which I would do in any case, or depose him if he wouldn't participate. I couldn't do that because I didn't have contact information from him, and his attorney told me he wasn't coming. So somebody lied to me. I don't know who it was, but I don't care. The disclosure rules require him to disclose everything to me so that I'm not surprised. That was not done. He shouldn't be allowed to testify.
Boo hoo.
Thank you. Okay. The court did previously rule on this. My ruling will stand, but I appreciate the record. So at this point, counsel, on your client's behalf, how many people will be testifying, and are they in the courtroom right now?
We have 3.
I love this judge. She is so kind and upbeat and positive, and not all judges are like that. But she's like, okay, so no, but I appreciate you making that argument for me. Thank you so much. That's the best way to deny someone's objection. I loved it. She's so positive.
And they are all here.
Okay. Do we have the expert available virtually? Okay. And then counsel, from your perspective, which witnesses are you calling, and are they all here?
We have Mr. Echard, Mr. Maricini, Mr. Gillespie, and Dr. Deans, who is by phone or by video.
All right.
Okay, and you could see in the center there, and I apologize because I don't remember her name, but this is the lawyer, female lawyer who represented Clayton for the second part of his injunction against harassment.
All right. So what we're going to do at this time is we're going to swear everybody in. That gives the parties a little bit more time. So I'm going to have anyone who is being called as a witness to please raise your right hand to be sworn in. And I apologize, Dr. Deans. I can't see you, but if you would please raise your right hand.
You and each of you do solemnly swear the testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Dr. Deans?
I do.
Thank you. All right. And counsel may or may not choose to make an opening statement. Just as a strategic method, sometimes attorneys choose to reserve their time for testimony and evidence. That being said, does either party wish to make an opening statement?
I do, Your Honor. I'll take about 15 seconds.
Okay, when
Your
you're ready.
Honor, the file notwithstanding, I'm actually a fan of keeping things simple. I believe that simple is better. That means focusing on what matters and filtering out what does not matter. We're here on a petition to establish paternity. Unless I'm missing something, the only possible outcomes of that petition are that paternity is established or it is not. There's no baby in this case. There's nothing to establish. Our position is that the petition is moot, that the court can simply deny it, dismiss it, use whatever verbiage you want to. The only remaining issue is, I guess, this issue of Mr. Echard's request for a judgment of non-paternity. My position is he bears the burden of proving that. There's absolutely no evidence to support that. And Ms. Owens, at the end of the day, she was pregnant, Your Honor. The fact that she was pregnant negates everything else that you're about to hear. Whether she lied to an ex-boyfriend 8 years ago has nothing to do with whether she was pregnant last year. Nothing. It does affect credibility, but as you're about to hear from our medical expert, there's objective proof of pregnancy that does not require relying on her credibility. It's that simple. So we would like the court to dismiss, deny the petition. There's no basis for fees. There's no fee request in front of you right now. So I guess you could offer some guidance on what the court would do in the future, but there is no sanctions request to grant. There's no fee motion to grant.
I don't like that the burden of proof to essentially prove that you were not the father to babies that there are no records to verify ever existed.
Right.
How is he supposed to prove a negative? Okay. Yet she very well can prove there was a pregnancy. And so essentially, it's not the fact that they're just ordering non-paternity. They, as far as defense, they want to make sure, because there was never a pregnancy to begin with. And it's more about she entered and filed these petitions and claimed Clayton Echard to be the father of these children when she never once even proved she was pregnant. So it's going to be more about a matter of falsifying court documents, lying under oath. Right. Oh, it's ridiculous, Natasha.
And I get why she's charged with that, but I don't know. I just maybe what has transpired may encourage some legislation changes or how they operate within the family court when they proceed with stuff like this. Like, unfortunately, sometimes it takes a bad situation to happen in order for there to be change. Because
Yeah.
I was kind of stuck on the fact of how she was able to start the whole family court stuff without showing like medical proof. You know what I
Right.
mean? Because that just
Yeah.
seems very um it just seems like a very like rocky edge to walk on, that like putting it on a man that you have zero proof that, one, you're pregnant, that you've really given, and two, that that could be the father. Like, this could like totally upend somebody's lives, and it has 3 men's lives.
Yeah.
But also from the torture that she's done with it, in my opinion, from just the ROs and all the other shit. Like, I mean, and could you, like, I was thinking too, like, about how, like, with Michael and Greg, like, moving on in life, like, it's like, hey, nice to meet you when you're dating someone, you're really into him. You're like, I got to tell you about this crazy thing that happened for 9 months of my life, and
Right.
still sticks around.
Well, and that means that essentially I could walk into family court right now and file and put any man's name essentially you want down on that, claim we're pregnant, and you're telling me you don't need to follow up with that. I mean, ultimately it would have happened, but we're in situations like this where she's like, I lost the baby, you know? And so you're telling me that it's still going to be on record that so-and-so may not have been the paternity because it was not established, versus established there was a pregnancy to establish paternity to begin with. Because they don't just want, oh, Clayton, there was never any established paternity with Clayton Echard. No. Because that still leaves the possibility that it could have been and that there was a pregnancy. You need to establish that there was a pregnancy to begin with.
Yeah, I totally agree. And Samantha, I agree. Like, they can't physically make a man go take a test or a paternity test situation. But if a woman is pursuing the court system like this, and the man is involved and is going to respond, I think that they should have that option, and it be some part of the requirement, because you're about to get somebody signed up for financial cost, other legal costs, or sorry, legal ramifications. And unfortunately, in some cases, if you don't pay child support, you could do time for it, Like,
Right.
so this changes somebody's life. And I think if there's a respondent, then I think that the court should enforce something, because that's what, in my opinion, what I'm seeing here is that there's a limitation of what the court can make somebody do, right? But you have what we've experienced here with Laura, where this has gone beyond anything I've personally ever seen. This is scary. Like, this would worry me for my son in the future, dating women,
Yeah. Yes. Like, I know we've mentioned that before, like being a parent of daughters, very scary, like it's for all the typical standard reasons. But that being said, being parents of a son, I would find very scary in different ways, because there are some crazy ass hoes out there. And all it takes is an accusation, and that's it.
Yeah.
But this is on another level, And then, like I said, we have the case of Kara Cousins that I'm going to cover on Saturday, where again, you have this fake pregnancy, you have these gender reveals, and then you go on and you use a reborn doll to pretend that you are Kara. Like, what? How do you think this is going to end? Why don't these people care about this? Is obviously going to end no matter what direction it goes in getting exposed. Why the hell even pursue that path? I don't understand it.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure. Coffee and skeletons, for sure.
I mean,
I'm sorry.
Oh, sorry. I was gonna say, I obviously think like the court system was designed to, help women in the situations where they don't have like a father or parent. So I see all sides of it, but whenever you see the extreme where it's what you're not used to seeing, what that court system's used for, this is scary.
It is very scary.
There is no sanctions request to grant. There's no fee motion to grant.
I'm going to pause it again obnoxiously. Thank you, Name Changed One. It's amazing to see you. Hello. Two, that was very kind and generous. Please make sure you thank Name Changed if you got a membership. They got gifted 10. That was so generous. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Counsel, did you wish to make an opening statement?
Generally, no, but today, yes. Judge, we stand by our pretrial statement in detail as verified by Mr. Echard. I'll remind the court that the court not only has the establishment of paternity matter, which was filed woefully inappropriately, as you'll hear today, and as you know from prior pleadings in this matter, but we've got the collateral protective order proceedings and the orders of protection related to that Your Honor indicated that you'd already watched, or we're watching the videos related. That's all before the court today, and Your Honor has authority to make the findings today that the petition was filed in bad faith, that there was pervasive fraud on this court in multiple proceedings, and that attorney's fees and sanctions can be ordered in this matter.
Thank you. All right, so now we'll begin. Yes.
Oh, sorry.
That's okay.
I was going to call.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So as witnesses come up to the witness stand, you can bring water with you. The exhibits will be displayed for you. Please let us know if you can't see it. And counsels, you should each be made a presenter when it's your turn. But if you haven't, please let Layla know.
Judge, are you keeping time, and what's our time check?
Yeah, sure. Petitioners at 4 minutes, 34 seconds. Respondents at 1 minute, 11 seconds.
Thank you.
You see how they log the time, which I know that's not uncommon, but I don't always see it. And hi, Allie. But all that would give me anxiety, like, to speed. But notice how packed that courtroom is, okay?
When you're ready.
Your Honor, call Laura Owens.
Here we go. There's no waiting, guys. We're going to hear from Laura. Of course, they're going to utilize and allocate the most time towards Laura on both sides. So here we go, baby.
I'm so excited. I'm almost excited as I was when Amber Heard took the stand.
Yes. That's a bee.
Laura, how are you feeling?
Nervous.
Okay. Just breathe and we'll get through this really quick, okay?
Sure.
Lori, we've talked about the timeline of events, and I want to just really quickly run through. When did you first meet Mr. Echard?
May the 17th, I believe we connected on LinkedIn.
Okay. And were you intimate with him at some point?
Yes.
What day was that?
May 20th.
At some point after you were intimate with him, did you test positive for pregnancy?
Yes.
Do you remember the first time that happened?
It was the evening of May 31st.
Okay. After you tested positive the first time, did you do anything to confirm the pregnancy?
Yes.
What did you do?
I went to Banner Health Urgent Care the next day, and I took a test there.
On June 1st?
Yes.
If you can look at the screen in front of you there, it says Exhibit 2. That's actually the wrong number. But that's a printout of the positive pregnancy test you received from Banner?
Yes.
On June 1st?
Yes.
Okay. After you got the second positive test, what did you do?
I told.
And that's even though it's blurry right here, but this is that exhibit. So you'll see what's behind her on this screen is what we will see up on this screen.
Told Mr. Echard.
All right. Did you go see him at some point to talk about it?
Yes.
What day was that?
June 17th.
You went over to his house, I understand?
Yes.
When you showed up at his house, did he ask you to take a pregnancy test?
He did.
Did you know in advance that he was going to give you that test?
I did not.
Did you take the test in front of him?
Yes, I did.
Did he actually watch you pee on a stick?
Yes, he did.
What was the result of that?
It was positive.
After you had the third test that was positive with him, did he send you an email at some point to talk about the situation?
Yes.
All right. Looking at the screen in front of you, is this the email that Mr. Echard sent you on, it looks like June 21st?
Yes.
The third paragraph down has some highlighted text, and I'll just read it. Considering you only performed oral sex on me and no vaginal penetration occurred, the chances of you being pregnant seem considerably low. Although, again, maybe rubbing up against one another allowed a sperm to make its way inside you. It's a very low probability. Nevertheless, it is one.
I know, Shay. I know. Now, see, I wish he would have focused on this in his earlier cases and hearings that, excuse me, I've never had sex. Like, put everything else to the side. I've never had sex with her. But I also want you guys to understand the power of gaslighting, okay? With someone who is extremely manipulative like that. And unless you've experienced gaslighting on that type of level, you'd probably ask yourself, how the hell did he even for 1 second believe that they may have had sex? Like doubted his own memory, you know? But it's possible. It's possible, you know, especially since he had taken what is it called? CBT gummies, like the weed gummies and stuff. And, you know, there clearly was, you know, sexual encounter, you know, something maybe like dry humping, rubbing up on and a loose sperm just, I guess, squiggled all up in there. But the power of gaslighting, you did put it in for a second, you know, like this is on you, you know, I am pregnant, to where you may have even doubt. But I think he should have just reiterated. And that's what his lawyer ended up doing, though, then when she entered her appearance and made it for the second half of that injunction hearing.
Oh, for sure. Allie, if you need us to give you a crash course, we can. You haven't missed too much, I promise. The crazy train has just took off tonight for
Yep.
where we're headed that leads to felonies.
The bravest of the little swimmers. Oh my gosh.
First of all, Clayton wrote that to you. Yes?
Yes.
And did you have conversations with him where he told you that he thought you were pregnant?
Yes.
Is that verbal conversations or text or email or all three?
All three.
Okay. Moving right along. After you got this email on, and I'll move to admit, Your Honor, Petitioner's Exhibit A2.
Any objection? A2 is received.
After the email of June 21st, what happened next in terms of your proceeding to verify the pregnancy?
I took additional tests.
Did you have a sonogram done in California?
Yes, I did.
And where was that done?
Planned Parenthood.
And you understand, and I'm sure Mr. Woodnick will ask you about this.
Nice.
Planned Parenthood has not been able to verify that you were ever seen there. You understand that?
Yes.
Can you explain that?
Yes, I went.
Okay, hold on. So if you guys remember, she claimed she went to Planned Parenthood, and in that what did we read? We read her, not affidavit. What did we read the last time?
We read affidavits. We read two.
Oh, it was her affidavit. Okay, well, in her affidavit, she stated that, yes, she altered a sonogram photo to include a different Planned Parenthood facility and date, but it was her sonogram photo. Okay, so now she's trying to get ahead of it because it is altered. So they're trying to say, okay, yep, nope, I did state that I went to this one Planned Parenthood, and I am acknowledging that records cannot be produced to show that I ever went there. But yes, I can explain it. But just understand everything she's about to say is a lie, obviously. But
Right.
like, you know, it factually cannot be true.
Right. So she first got questioned by a lawyer at the injunction for the OOP, right?
Yeah.
With Clayton. And that was end of October, early November. And then 2 weeks later, she claimed she had a miscarriage of twins. And then we're fast forward a little bit. She's going to into March, and she has a deposition, which we don't have. We only seen some quotes in court documents, so that's not been fully released. But however, there was two affidavits that she did that were released that followed up that she admits to altering the ultrasound document, and then that's kind of right there on the record with her signature. So she goes back and says that, well, I think I actually had a miscarriage in July, because I think, in my opinion, she's figuring out that when she was in court in October, she said she was 24 weeks pregnant. And by Arizona state law, if you're 20 weeks or more, you have to have a death certificate. So she pushed it back and said, well, I may have had that abortion a month or two. And now we're into July. So she's trying to backtrack and say, well, I never really lied in August because the whole time I believed I was pregnant.
I didn't know I suffered a miscarriage,
Right.
even though I'm going to present a bunch of evidence that points towards a miscarriage.
Right. So this is the family court that we're watching right now. And then this judge is the judge that's going to refer that she be charged with the 7 felonies for the forgery, perjury, and tampering with evidence.
Yes. Thank you.
Planned Parenthood.
And you understand, and I'm sure Mr. Woodnick will ask you about this. Planned Parenthood has not been able to verify that you were ever seen there. You understand that?
Yes.
Can you explain that?
Yes. I went under a fake name when I went there.
Okay. And you had a sonogram done. Did you ever present that sonogram as evidence in any court proceeding anywhere?
No.
we have obviously presented it in this case, but you've admitted already that you changed the name at the top or the location. Did you change the name at the top of the sonogram?
Of the location, yes.
Why did you do that?
I changed it because Mr. Echard was being threatening towards me, and I didn't want him to know where I had gone and tried.
Okay, so now she changed the sonogram to include a different Planned Parenthood location and a different date because Clayton was being threatening towards me, and I was scared, and I didn't want him to know where I went and when I went.
Me, and I didn't want him to know where I had gone and try to track down my providers.
Okay. After the Planned Parenthood sonogram, do you remember approximately what date that was? I know you signed a declaration, I think that said July 2nd, and then there may be a conflict. Do you remember what date that was? That you went?
It was actually the end of June.
Okay.
Melissa.
Were you in California both weekends?
Yeah.
Also note too, just as like a refresh for chat, like we noted that when we went through the affidavits, not once was she seeing a gynecologist ongoing for the pregnancies. That's what was really weird about it. She named people she said she was seeing during the OOP injunction. However, like for some of us that have gone through pregnancies, we understand what that care looks like, and that's not the case. So she would have known the whole time if she had lost that baby, if she had ongoing care with her gynecologist.
Which she does claim during the injunction that, oh yeah, no, I'm going to the specialty because I'm high risk with my epilepsy and they're twins, right? Yet she has never been able to produce any type of treatment she's received under the same physician. Everything she keeps introducing are scattered random online physicians. Oh, I spoke with mydoc.com, whatever it may be. But even if after the fact she showed Clayton a sonogram, because again, it would be after the fact that you would have this sonogram, there would be no need to change a date, location, name, anything, because he could call up that exact location and say, I want the records of the X, Y, and Z, and they are not allowed to give it to you. HIPAA, they can't unless he has a release. You know, so this claim of I don't want him to hunt down and get my records, or, you know, he couldn't anyway. He could try. He wouldn't be successful.
And Portlander, you're right. She said she did use a fake name on the ultrasound because she just said in her testimony that she changed that. She used a different pseudonym when she went to the clinic in California.
And they will, cross-examination will focus heavily on that.
Yeah.
That what the confusion was?
Yes.
All right. After the sonogram in California, around July 23rd, did something happen in terms of you passing tissue or anything like that?
Yes.
Oh, God.
Can you explain briefly what happened on July 23rd?
Yeah. I wasn't having any symptoms at all, but I did pass tissue that looked like it could have potentially been a miscarriage. I'm not sure if you're going to pull that up, or if I was looking for something.
I'll wait till.
Okay. Yeah. It looked like it could potentially be miscarriage tissue, but I wasn't sure.
Did you seek any medical care after July 23rd, after the tissue passed?
Yes.
Related to that?
Yes.
What did you do?
I texted a hotline for pregnancy and miscarriage questions, and I also did an appointment with a telemedicine doctor as well.
Okay. And what did they tell?
Video visit.
I'm sorry. What did they tell you? I should hear say.
They.
Hold on 1 second. Overruled.
Go ahead.
That means to go ahead. Okay. What was the question? What did they tell me?
Yeah. What information did they give you, if any?
They told me that I needed to monitor myself, but that they felt like unless I had more symptoms, I didn't need to worry that it was a miscarriage.
Okay. And after July 23rd, did you take any other pregnancy tests shortly after that date?
Yes, I did.
What date?
I believe the 27th, and then also August 1st before I filed this case.
Okay. So the day that you filed, before you filed this case, how many pregnancy tests did you have?
5.
So you had one on May 31st. You had one on June 1st at Banner. You had another one on June 17th with Clayton. You took one. I have my notes say July 25th, but I think you just testified maybe a little day or two differently. August 1st also. So 5 positive tests before you filed this case.
Yes.
Did you have any negative tests before you filed this case?
No.
Laura, Clayton has argued. Let me go back to the night of May 20th. You have, in your deposition, you said that Clayton actually had sexual intercourse with you. Do you recall that?
Yes.
And was that true?
Yes.
Did you tell him that night that you did not want to have sex?
Yes.
And did he?
Told you. So she goes in the direction, has not let on at any of the prior hearings before this anything about essentially rape. And yet here she is. I told him I did not want to. So not only have I not lied enough on this man, I'm going to turn around and say that this fabricated pregnancies were created from sexual assault.
Did you tell him that night that you did not want to have sex?
Yes.
And did he honor that request?
No.
Laura, you've heard Clayton argue at various places in this case that you were trying to trap him in some way by what happened here. Can you explain, if you were trying to trap him, why did you tell him that you didn't want to have sex?
Objection leading.
I wasn't trying to trap him.
Hold on 1 second.
Hold on.
Sustained.
Okay. But you never, that first night with Clayton, you never said to him, let's do it all night long or anything like that.
No.
Objection leading.
Sustained.
Did you tell Clayton that you wanted to have sex that night?
No.
Okay. Laura, let's switch
Sorry,
very
Boots.
quickly. Actually, let's go back to our timeline. After you filed the case on August 1, did you do anything in terms of DNA testing to verify the pregnancy and verify that Clayton was the father?
Yes.
What did you do to verify that?
We took a test. Well, I paid for a test in August at RavGen, which was the lab that he chose to conduct the test. And I paid for it, and he did not schedule his part of the test.
So according to my notes, August 15th was the RavGen initial booking for $725 you paid. Is that accurate?
Yes.
Leading.
Sustained.
What date did you initially book the RavGen test for?
August 15th,
And what did you pay for it?
$725.
Okay. And why didn't that test go forward, or did it go forward?
Clayton did not schedule his part of the test.
Okay, so you had to cancel?
Yes.
Did you eventually successfully complete the testing?
Yes.
What was the result of that?
It was inconclusive, little to no fetal DNA.
Okay. And do you remember when that result came back?
I believe we took the test September 28th, so shortly thereafter.
All right. After the RavGen results came back, did you have any further pregnancy tests?
Yes.
Do you remember the date, when and where that happened?
Yeah. It was October the 16th, I believe, and it was at any lab test now.
And was that a quantitative test? Did it involve a blood draw?
It was a blood draw, yes.
And do you remember the results of that test?
It still showed that I was pregnant.
Okay. At some point, did you eventually learn that you were no longer pregnant?
Yes.
What date did that happen?
November 15th, I believe.
And
November 15th. Now remember, that was not even like 2 weeks after the second day of the injunction against harassment hearing with Clayton, where his attorney drilled her hard and she perjured herself all up in that case. And so conveniently, 2 weeks later, not even, you realize you suffered a miscarriage. Not then. You realize you suffered a miscarriage, as she's about to say, back in July. Yet again, how you showed up in the end of October with a big old bump, we shall never know, but we'll hear the experts testify to that.
What's the date of this hearing again?
This is June 10th, 2024.
June 10th, 20. Interesting.
pregnant.
Yes.
What date did that happen?
November 15th, I believe.
And did you go to a facility called Mom Doc?
Yes.
And how many, did they give you a pregnancy test then?
Yes.
More than one test?
They just gave me one test.
Okay. And the results were both negative?
Yes.
Okay. After you learned that you were no longer pregnant November 14th, did you file anything further in this case?
No.
What was your intent? If we go back to the any lab test now, October 16th, you filed a request for mediation 2 days after that, correct?
Correct.
What was your intent in doing that?
I wanted to dismiss the case. I wanted to go over the test results.
Did you know how to dismiss the case?
No.
So you were making an effort to let Clayton know that you thought the pregnancy was.
No, if you know how to file a petition, you know how to dismiss a case, but you could also go right into the courthouse, speak to the court clerk and ask, I'd like to dismiss a petition. Can you show me what paperwork I need to fill out? And they will guide it. They will not do it for you, but they will guide you in how to go about that. But if you look at their family case docket, it is filled nonstop. She filed for everything and anything, but you're telling me she didn't know how to dismiss the action? Bullshit. Oh, bullshit. That, yeah, no.
You sit on a throne of lies.
Probably ending badly, and you wanted to drop the case.
Objection leading.
Sustained.
All right. Laura, let's switch topics briefly. Did Clayton ever lie to you about real estate contracts?
Yes.
Can you briefly explain what happened with that?
Yeah. I first met him as a realtor, and I had him make 2 offers on 2 different properties on the same day, and found out he never submitted those offers, but I signed them.
When were the offers submitted?
May 24th.
And when did you find out that Clayton didn't send them to the seller?
May 25th, because they were only good for 24 hours.
So he lied to you and said that he had sent offers in that he didn't.
Correct.
Objection argumentative and objection relevance.
Overruled.
Go ahead.
Correct.
At some point, did you file a complaint against Clayton with the real estate board?
Yes, I did.
Did you receive a response from the board regarding your complaint?
Yes.
What was that response?
They found him in professional violation of a couple of things, but I can't remember what they were.
Laura, that issue with the real estate contracts happened before you tested positive for pregnancy, if I'm understanding the timeline correctly. Is that right?
Yes.
Did you ever learn why Clayton did not submit those offers, or why he said he didn't?
He said I didn't because he said I had no intention of purchasing real estate.
Did you have an intention of purchasing real estate?
Yes.
Did you wind up purchasing real estate?
Yes.
Okay. Let's talk about proof of pregnancy again. So did you take a photo of the test that you took on May 31st?
Yes, I did.
All right. I think attached, if you saw that, yeah, you saw that exhibit.
Yeah, I still have the exhibit.
So attached to this email are a couple of photos here. One's right there, day 11. It says, is this a photograph that you took?
Yes, day 11 is one I took, and I believe the one above is one Clayton took.
Oh, okay. So the one that says day 11 is a photo that you took, and you sent that to Clayton at or around that time?
Yes.
And then the one above that is, it says day 21, and it also appears to show positive. And that's the test that Clayton gave you.
Yes.
And he sent that picture back to you.
Yeah, he took it right after the test at his place.
All right. And the test that you took at Banner and the results that you received there on June 1st, did you send that to Clayton?
Yes.
And it's our exhibit A1, and I'll move to admit that one as well, Your Honor.
Any objection?
No objection to A1, Your Honor.
A1's received.
Okay. Laura, did you do, regarding the Banner test, the day 11 test, or the day 21 test, those 3 tests, did you do anything at all to tamper with the results of those tests?
No.
Did you take any drugs, hormones, or any substance at all to affect the outcome?
No.
Did you use someone else's urine to change the outcome?
No.
I'm sure about that.
Laura, in Clayton's deposition, this exact issue came up about him giving you the test and wanting you to take it in front of him. And he testified, I'll just read from his deposition. Yeah, I wanted to make sure she didn't bring anything into the bathroom, but she couldn't pee right in front of me because she said she had stage fright. So I closed the door so she would be able to pee. Is that deposition testimony truthful?
I did have stage fright. He was right. I did tell him that, but I did pee in front of him because he insisted that I did that.
Okay. And when he sent you the email on July 19th, 2 days after, June 19th, 2 days after you went to his house and took that 3rd test in front of him, did he say anything at all about the fact that you closed the door and couldn't pee in front of him?
No.
Okay. And Clayton, he obviously saw the first pregnancy test that you took. He saw the second one that you took, or the results of it anyway, and the 3rd one that you took in front of him. If we go back to Exhibit A2, at the end of this email, Clayton says, at the very top of the page, he says, I say all this, and in the email, he talks about the fact he thought you might be on some medication that affected the results, I guess. But he says at the top paragraph,
Your Honor, I'm going to object. He's reading information off of a potential piece of evidence that hasn't been admitted, and he's giving quite a narrative.
That has been admitted.
Yeah, 2's been received. If you look in the top left-hand corner, if there's a green sticker, that means it's been received.
My
If it's
apologies,
brown,
Jade.
it means it was declined.
Yes,
ahead, Counsel.
that was so
Laura,
kind.
the question I
Thank
have for you regarding the first paragraph at the top of the page there, Clayton wrote, or the email says, this is why it's important for us to do the paternity test, because there's no question that if it comes back positive, it is mine. Did Clayton ever tell you that he wanted you to have a paternity test done?
Yes.
Did he ever say to you that if you didn't file this case that he would?
Yes.
How many times?
I don't know how many times. A bunch of times.
At some point before you filed this case, did you hire a lawyer to help you?
Yes.
And who was that?
Bonnie Platter.
And she never appeared in any case for you, is my understanding. Is that right?
She never appeared.
Okay, but what did you have her do with regard to Clayton and the pregnancy issue?
I wanted to prevent filing a case publicly in court for both of our sakes. I didn't want it to be public and thought that we could.
Is that the reason? Or were you trying to be manipulative, sneaky, and sly, and again, move about him and control him in a way where nobody else would know really what was going on? Even though you went publicly, right, with your welcoming baby A and baby B Echard. Like, we all saw that. Come on. I do wonder. And again, I'll drop the link for the Victims of Laura Owens website, because they have all of her former counsel and attorneys and essentially the reasons of why they no longer represented her.
Come up with a parenting plan. If in fact the pregnancy was Clayton's, I thought we could come up with it on our own without having to involve the court.
Okay, so before you filed this case, you made an effort to work with him to get the test done privately without the court being involved?
Yes, and I hired the attorney. I said I would pay for it.
Did he hire anyone?
No.
To your knowledge? Laura, let's move forward to look at Exhibit A3, which, have you ever seen this before?
Yes.
Can you tell us what it is?
This is a message in my patient portal for, I'm part of a domestic violence brain injury program at Barrow, and this is a conversation with my doctor there.
Okay, did you send this email? It looks like it's an email dated June 28th from you to a Dr. Glynis Zeman, Z-I-E-M-A-N. Did you write that email?
Yes.
Your Honor, I move to admit exhibit, whatever that is, A3.
Any objection?
No objection, Your Honor.
A3 is received.
Laura, in this email at the very top there, you write to Dr. Zeman that you went to Planned Parenthood while in California, and you said they did a scan there, was confirmed that you were pregnant, and that they saw a sac. Does that refresh your recollection about the date that you went to see Planned Parenthood?
Yes.
And is the statement that you made to Dr. Zeman truthful?
Yes.
When you wrote that, did you know that anyone would ever see that in the light of day other than you and Dr. Zeman?
Nope, I had no idea.
Okay. Okay. Can you explain why you changed the name at the top of the sonogram that we talked about before from Planned Parenthood? I don't know if you answered that before.
Yeah, please do. Tell us why you altered evidence that you had submitted into court, please. And I'm dying to know.
She's a liar that lies.
Yeah. Dr. Zeman specializes in sports brain injuries. And she had said she was part of like a domestic violence brain injury type program. Jade. She reminds me of Mother from Monster. Mother?
I just didn't want Clayton to know where I had gone to get the sonogram because he had been intimidating before.
If the court can help me switch from my exhibits to Clayton's.
Sure. If
how's he intimidating when they're not
to
seeing
where?
each
Yeah,
other?
that exactly.
Well, and there's no better way to get Clayton to believe that you're not lying about pregnancies versus fabricating sonograms, changing names and dates and locations. Sure, Jan.
I'll go all the way to the bottom. There should be an R. Keep going.
I just stopped there.
She friends with Letitia.
I know, right?
I don't see that.
It's Brandy.
Oh, right. It's tiny. I'm blind. Yeah. There it is. Yeah.
And then shared bundle.
Yeah, got it. And we're going to go.
Oh, wow.
Scroll all the way down.
Yeah. Okay. Oh. I want to see
wow.
Clayton's.
Yeah, you're going to scroll all the way down.
Respondents.
Full of knowledge.
Gotcha. Okay, Laura, looking at Respondents Exhibit 31. I don't know why that doesn't match.
Right, Tess?
No, that's not it either. These are not the same as.
I also just think it's weird because.
So what you want to do is.
Go ahead.
Like, her and Clayton didn't have like a volatile relationship, right? And I'm thinking like maybe I'm just thinking if I were in her shoes, because my pregnancy that I went through was I was married at the time, but say I wasn't with the person, we didn't have a volatile relationship, I would be inviting them to this stuff, to these appointments, you know?
She did. She did invite him. You have to remember. She desperately was begging him, and then when he didn't answer, she invited his parents and his family, and that goes to tell you, okay, well, if they agreed, how is she going to pull that off? But that's what's so bold about a liar like her.
Yeah, and I do remember her reaching out to his family and that and all that, but I guess that's where I've just stopped. Like I think I still want to like dive into the other guys more because I'm so curious how this has evolved. Like, what did she learn from it, you know?
No, I definitely want to go more into Greg and Mike's history too. Hi, Kathy. Jeez, to trap him. She expected to make this claim and he would just accept it. Classic of someone who has never been stood up to and thinking they're smarter and more conniving and can get away with it, right?
Well, the dating contract, I mean, that's just but it blows me like there's never been a point in my life where I've ever done that. Like, you got to date me to someone because there's nothing worse to feel than with you're with somebody knowing that they're not really in it. Like, that security and confidence, not just within yourself, but say in your relationship and your partner matters, you know?
Yeah.
I don't understand her. I don't get why like why her brain works the way it does.
I don't know. It's the great question. Hi, Marielle.
Is it may not be the exhibit numbers that the attorneys labeled it as being. Those are the court designations.
I'm looking for his exhibit 31.
All right, so if you look for his exhibit 31, that does show that it is exhibit 31.
Exhibit 31 on his exhibit list is listed petitioner faking ultrasound.
I love that label.
I'm sorry. I didn't realize it was a video. There we go. That's what I wanted to see.
Yeah,
right
I don't
there.
think she'll take a plea deal.
Clayton's exhibit 31 is appears to be an email from you to Clayton.
Once
It
you've
says
lied to the
ultrasound
court
video proof.
multiple
Clayton,
times,
here's
you're
my
done.
100 billion% real ultrasound video. Do you recognize that?
It's not an email that I sent, but I've seen it since.
Oh, okay. So just also remember it. Here is my 100 billion% real ultrasound video sent to Clayton. And she's about to say she never sent it. Yet it's coming from the same email you're acknowledging is your email and that has sent many other emails. So obviously you must have been hacked, right?
And I'm assuming this is the video that she went and found of another twin pregnancy and clipped and chopped it, and his followers detected it.
Yes.
Okay. Interesting.
Do you recognize that?
It's not an email that I sent, but I've seen it since.
Okay. Well, you answered my question. Do you know what? First of all, what this exhibit shows? Do you know what it shows?
I do now.
Laura, assuming that what we're looking at here is meant to be an email from you, did you send this to Clayton?
I did not.
Did you ever send Clayton an email with a ultrasound video attached to it?
I did not.
Do you have any idea why Clayton would think that you sent him an email like this?
Well, yeah, that has my signature on it.
Well, that's a fair statement. But you didn't send this. Do you know who did?
I have my suspicions, but I can't be.
No, let's hear it. I'd like to hear it.
I have a suspicion that an ex of mine sent this to Clayton.
Who? Which ex?
Greg Gillespie.
Is he in the courtroom today?
Yes.
Okay.
Stop it.
Why do you think Greg?
Oh, yeah.
You bitch.
Oh, yeah. No, now, which I'm surprised there wasn't an objection to speculation, but probably just letting her dig her hole. So I speculate that, my ex that is in this courtroom today, potentially being called as a witness, that I have a protection order against, hacked my email and sent this to Clayton on behalf of myself. Sure, right?
Sure, Jan.
Sure, Jan.
And he was the 2016 one, right, yeah. Greg?
No, Greg was the 2022, 21, 22. So
Okay.
more recent to Clayton.
Wow.
That was still actively going on when she was in court with Clayton.
Jeez.
Greg Gillespie sent this.
Because Greg has hacked my email before and has admitted to hacking other people's emails.
Okay. So you're obviously under oath, under penalty of perjury. You did not send that email, and you don't know who did.
Correct.
Okay. Let's talk
I hope they have
about
more
going back to our
communications about
exhibit
this video
A5.
that he could show.
Got it. Whoops.
Because she's dumb and doesn't realize she lies everywhere.
So can you tell us what exhibit A5 is? Do you recognize this?
Yes.
Is this a receipt it's an email, but does this reflect the RavGen that you talked about before?
Yes.
Okay. And that was August 15th that you made that payment?
Yes.
And then later on here at the bottom, you indicate, let's see here, Friday, this appears to be an email from you Friday, August 18th. Did you write that email?
Yes.
You send that to, well, it looks like to Clayton and also CC'd RavGen?
Yes.
And it states here that unfortunately Clayton has refused to take the prenatal paternity test. Is that accurate?
Yes.
And is that the reason why the test didn't happen in mid-August?
Yes.
Okay, Your Honor, I move to admit exhibit A5.
Any objection?
No objection, Your Honor.
A5's received.
Okay.
She makes me so mad.
Clayton's exhibit 9. Hopefully, there we go. Laura, do you recognize this exhibit, exhibit 9?
Yes.
This appears to be an email from you to Clayton dated October 14th, 2023. And this is an email that you sent him?
Yes.
All right. In this email, first of all, you're saying some reference to a sonogram video, and you said it matches up with the still video that Dave sent me. I assume that we're talking about Dave Neal.
Yes.
And you told him this was not my ultrasound. I stand by that 100%. Did Dave Neal ever, did Dave, well, first of all, who's Dave Neal?
Dave Neal is a content creator.
And at some point, did Dave send you a sonogram video and ask if it was yours?
Yes.
And what did you say to him?
I said it was not mine.
Did you ever have a sonogram video of any kind with Clayton?
No.
Did you ever send a sonogram video to anyone claiming that it showed the pregnancy with Clayton?
No.
If we go down to the second paragraph, Laura, I'm going to see if I can highlight here. And again, this is you talking, I can't highlight. The second sentence in the second paragraph, I'll read it. I think you were very, very high that night, and you forgot that when you were on top of you on your couch, you were begging me to let you put it in for 30 seconds, then 25, then 20, 15, 10, and I said no each time. Then I thought you were just fingering me, but you stuck it in briefly. First of all, you wrote those.
How big are his fingers? I thought you were fingering me, but now I know you were, or how small is his dick? One or the other. How big are his fingers or how small is his dick? That you didn't know the difference. Or how loose are you? Sorry, I don't mean to slut shame and be your bad self, but it's just all a lie. That's the whole point of it.
But was this before or after she swallowed all his semen?
Yeah, because don't forget, that was in her affidavit. She swallowed. She swallowed.
Words to Clayton, right?
Yes.
And were those words accurate?
Yes.
Is that what happened that night on May 20th?
Yes.
When you sent this email to Clayton, did he ever respond back to you and deny that that's what happened?
No.
Okay.
Oh my God.
Let's talk now about the last positive test that you took. Let me see here. It says
I want to
Exhibit
look
A9,
more
but
into those
that's not it.
HCG horse stuff.
You went to any lab tests now at some point. Is that correct?
Yes, I did.
And when did that happen?
On October 16th, I believe.
Okay. Why?
It's a great point.
Again, these aren't matching up. That's not.
Oh, I'll look into that, Tiffany.
Because we're on his. That's why. Okay. I need new glasses. There it is. Okay. So Laura, looking at Exhibit A9, do you recognize what this is?
Yes.
What is it?
It's the results from the test I took at any lab test now.
And is it your understanding that result, it says 102H, is it your understanding that you were testing pregnant at still in mid-October 2023?
Yes.
Objection misstates the evidence.
Mid-October, because again, she had that full-on moon bump.
So by this point, do we know if she was required or if they were able to go like the court was able to get access for her to provide her medical records from these doctors or them said to them? Do we know that?
Ask the question again.
So remember how they were trying to figure out who her doctors were, and what I took from it, go directly to the source, right, and get those.
Mm-hmm.
But it seems like we're still operating on all of her provided material, nothing from the doctor. So I was curious, was that rolled upon?
So she signed the HIPAA for the respondent, and from my understanding, she included inaccurate dates. So even the request that they had put out, there are no dates. So no, they're still going to be working with just fabricating evidence. It's not like they just had open access to request the records. She included dates that wouldn't include the material they are looking for.
Gotcha. Okay. I was curious how they're still working on this. That's interesting.
Be addressed in cross-examination.
So did you do anything at all to tamper with this test, take any drugs, inject yourself with anything at all to affect this?
No, I did not.
And this was a blood draw that came out of your arm?
Yes.
Did you supply them the blood yourself, or did a phlebotomist take it out of your arm?
A phlebotomist took it.
So 2 days after this is when you filed the request for mediation, I think, in this case, right?
Yes.
And after that date, you filed nothing further.
This was 2 days prior to when I filed for mediation.
Did you pretty much understand that when you got this test that was probably not going to be a viable pregnancy?
That it was probably not, yeah, but I still saw that it said anything over 4 was pregnant, so.
Your Honor, I move to admit Exhibit A9.
No objection, Your Honor.
A9's received.
And A11 is going to be, can you tell us if you recognize what this is?
The records from Mom Doc.
Okay, and this is an OBG.
What I want you to see, actually, right there, Shay. Hold on.
A9's received.
And A11 is going to be,
right here. This would be that cover sheet, that transmittal letter from requesting records. So these are the records. Like, oh my goodness. Oh my God.
Can you tell us if you recognize what this is?
The records from Mom Doc.
Okay, and this is an OBGYN facility that you visited?
Yes.
And according to the date here, it says November 14th, 2023. Is that accurate?
Yes.
And so this is when you went in and had a test done that came back negative, correct?
Notice, and that's why I'm pointing it out. That cover sheet, that fax cover sheet, that transmittal letter would be from counsel requesting and sending out. It's very typical to send that when you're requesting HIPAA records. And so, of course, that ties and aligns with the one that shows not pregnant. But anything that does show pregnant is screenshots and things like that, not actually obtained from the facilities.
You know what I would be curious of, and it may sound really silly, but I'm curious if these doctors' offices and locations had potential to sue her.
Oh, I'm sure.
Well,
yeah, and I'm sorry, nothing as far as telehealth visits and stuff like that. Of course, you did a telehealth visit because that's showing that they have to go off of what you're relaying to them. But you were supposed to be under the care of a specialty OBGYN. What happened with that?
Yeah, I mean, that's why I was wondering, because whenever she did the injunction cross-examination, when Clayton had that lawyer that one day at the end, she was giving doctors' names. So I'm like, so that's why I'm so confused on why that didn't get to pan out more with the courts,
Right. Full bottomist, Natasha. I didn't notice that.
Yes.
Okay. Move to admit A11 if we have.
No objection.
A11's received.
All right. Laura, let's look at Exhibit A6. Hang
on. Neat noodle. Those are crazy.
Can you tell us what Exhibit A6 is?
Yes, that's me showing my pregnant stomach.
And when did you create that video? Do you know?
September the 19th.
Okay. Let me see here. Your Honor, I'll move to admit A6.
No objection, Your Honor.
A6 is received.
And let's look at A7. It's a similar video. Did you take this video yourself? Or it looks like you're obviously not holding the camera, but what you put on the stand?
Yeah, I put it on the stand, yeah.
You took this video. Do you remember the date of this?
October the 9th.
Okay. I don't know if it even showed anything there, but that's real short. Okay. Laura, between May 20th and November 14th, we've established November 14th, you were no longer pregnant. Did you experience any pregnancy symptoms?
Yes.
Can you explain what those symptoms were?
Yeah, I had very bad morning sickness and nausea, and my breasts were very tender.
Do you remember how much you weighed when you went to see Mom Doc?
I believe it was 121. Or, I'm sorry, no, not Mom Doc. I thought you were meaning in May. I was 133 at Mom Doc. I'm sorry about that.
So around the time that this was taken, your weight was 133. What do you weigh today?
91 pounds.
Overruled.
Will you stand up and show the court and everyone what you look like now compared to the picture behind you? Can you come out from behind the screen there?
I don't believe you because you weighed 121 at the very initial thing up here.
You remember?
Laura, that's enough. Thanks. For the last time, were you pregnant with Clayton?
Yes.
Did you think that you were pregnant with Clayton?
Yes.
Do you have any reason to think that you weren't when you filed this case?
No.
Did you lie about being pregnant with Clayton?
No.
Yes.
No further questions, Your Honor.
Okay, counsel, you've used 29 minutes and 30 seconds.
All right. So we will do cross-examination. And then after cross-examination, because I can't divide the two, we will go over to Allie's and then we'll finish the second half tomorrow. So let's do it. I'm so excited.
When you're ready.
And Your Honor, is it okay if I proceed from the podium? Will the court be able to hear me?
Yeah, no, that's absolutely fine.
I'm so happy she did the cross.
Mm-hmm.
That's true, Booth. Yeah.
And we have a media microphone on the podium, correct? Okay. All right. When you're ready.
Good morning, Ms. Owens.
Good morning.
You understand that you're currently under oath and must testify truthfully today, correct?
Correct.
And you understand
Remember
the
when I
difference
owned your
between
ass
truth and
before?
a lie, right?
Obviously, yes.
And you would agree with me that fabricating or doctoring evidence is dishonest and unreasonable behavior, right?
Right.
And you're
I
aware
know,
that lying
Sarah
under
Bellum,
oath
that's
is
what
a
I was
crime in
thinking.
the state
The
of
way it was
Arizona,
questioned
correct?
sounded
Correct.
weird.
And the reason I'm asking you these questions, Ms. Owens, is because I've cross-examined you before, right?
Right.
I cross-examined you in the injunction against harassment hearing before Commissioner Geopetsis on November 2nd of 2023, right?
Right.
And during this hearing, you'd recall that I gave you the opportunity to correct the record and come clean about any false information or testimony you may have provided, right?
Right.
And you told me you had nothing to correct, right?
Correct.
And then you proceeded to lie to the court.
Objection, argumentative, Your Honor.
Sustained.
You testified that you were 100% pregnant on November 2nd, correct?
Correct.
And you testified that you were 24 weeks pregnant specifically.
Correct.
I'd like you to take a look at your exhibit A11, please. They're on the screen behind
Get
me,
her.
sir, so I'm not sure.
She's got them in front.
I can see. Yeah.
Ms. Owens, this appointment that you attended at Mom Doc on November 14th of 2023 was 12 days after I cross-examined you, right?
Correct.
And during that cross-examination, I pointed out that you had no legitimate medical records to support the pregnancy, right?
I mean, you said that, but I don't agree with it. No.
At this appointment, Ms. Owens, it was confirmed that you were not pregnant, correct?
Correct.
These Mom Doc records also indicate that you were diagnosed with PCOS, which is polycystic ovarian syndrome, right?
I've had that since I was 17. Yes.
Okay. And you'll recall at the hearing on November 2nd, I specifically questioned you about any physical health diagnoses that you had, right?
I don't remember, but if you say so, then yes.
You failed to testify that you had PCOS, right?
I
Can we
can't
pause
say
there?
one way or the other if I did or didn't. I'll take your word for it.
Being somebody that does have PCOS, it's common to have irregular and missed periods. So it's interesting how 10 days after her oral encounter with Clayton, she feels pregnant. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? I would think that if you weren't planning on it in the fertility route, it may take longer for you to figure that out because you don't have regular periods. That is very common with PCOS.
Right. And even if you didn't have PCOS, the fact that you would feel pregnant like a week after Like, come on.
Ensure that it's theirs.
Right. But I forgot what I was gonna say. I was gonna say something, but forgot.
But she didn't say she had PCOS whenever they were in the
Yes,
last
that's what I was
trash.
gonna say. She was asked what any illnesses, diseases, medical issues she had on the record, and she had to think about epilepsy, right? Oh yeah, and the epilepsy. Okay. Didn't mention PCOS. I feel pregnant watching this.
Right?
I can't say one way or the other if I did or didn't. I'll take your word for it, but it's not something that I live with daily.
Ms. Owens, you also failed to tell me that in 2016, doctors Chan and Yi diagnosed you with cancer and apparently removed one of your ovaries.
Oh, because we read those emails, we read those exchanges, right, with Michael, as far as you claiming you had an ovary removed and you had an abortion 8 times to rid of 1 pregnancy. Yes, please do tell us about that. Please do tell us how you had 1 ovary removed and you had cancer. Sorry, I'm getting hyped.
She had like 5 attempted abortions, 2 surgicals with the issues that are surgical
like
batters.
3 surgicals and like 5 oral of the pills, and then had an allergic reaction to them.
Yes, the allergic reaction. Yes. Oh my God, this woman.
Your removal, eh? Busted. Oh my God. I love it. I love a liar getting caught by a lawyer.
Doctors Chan and Yi diagnosed you with cancer and apparently removed one of your ovaries.
They did not.
Okay. So as you sit here today, you're denying that happened.
I will absolutely deny that happened.
Now, per what you reported, what you self-reported to MomDoc, they listed a spontaneous abortion date of August 12th of 2023 at 8 weeks pregnant, correct?
They listed a lot of things that were inaccurate here. I never told them that I had an abortion that date.
Okay, well, a spontaneous abortion, if I were to tell you, is consistent with a miscarriage. Would you agree with me that they listed a miscarriage date of August 12th of 2023 at 8 weeks pregnant?
Yes, but I also never was pregnant in 2019, so I don't know where that came from.
And Ms. Owens, based on what you know about pregnancy.
First of all, I don't know why they listed like a spontaneous abortion. Like every one of my abortions was obviously very well planned. A spontaneous abortion is miscarriage, hon. Number 1, you idiot. But 2, yeah, what about this 2019 pregnancy? That would be between, remember, Michael and Greg.
Right.
What about that? How about them apples, Miss Owens?
In 2019, so I don't know where that came from.
And Ms. Owens, based on what you know about pregnancy, as someone who's allegedly been pregnant 3 or 4 times in the past, if you miscarried at 8 weeks pregnant, that wouldn't line up with your alleged conception date with Mr. Echard, would it?
No.
I don't know, and I'm telling you, I never told them that I was 8 weeks pregnant and lost that on August 12th.
Move on, Ms. Owens. In your MomDoc records and also in your deposition, you self-reported that you passed 2 sacs which appeared to have a membrane, correct?
Correct.
And I'd like you to take a look at what we've marked as Exhibit 49, which is your deposition transcript. And Ms. Owens, you recall sitting for a deposition on March 1st of 2024, correct?
Correct.
And your counsel at the time following that deposition was provided with a copy of this transcript as well as you, correct?
Correct.
And you didn't take any opportunity to correct this transcript?
I actually didn't see it until you guys sent it to us. My former counsel never showed this to me. So.
Okay. Well, you're aware that this has been marked as a copy of your deposition transcript for March 1st of 2024, correct?
Correct.
And this is a true and accurate copy of the transcript that you received, correct?
From your office, yes. I did not get one prior to that.
I move for the admission of Exhibit 49, Your Honor.
Any objection?
No objection.
Is that A or B, counsel? I apologize.
I guess it would be B, Your Honor. It's just
C49 is received.
And Ms. Owens, during your deposition, specifically on page 149, lines 18 through 21, you testified that you started spotting, meaning you were having a light period in August or September of 2023, correct?
I wasn't having a light period. I didn't end up getting a period until November.
Well, in your deposition.
I said light spotting, but sorry. I said light spotting, but that wasn't a period.
Okay. In your deposition, page 151, line 24, you claim you passed the 2 sacks, which appeared to have a membrane in September or October, correct?
Correct.
But in the mom doc records, you claim you passed the 2 sacks a few weeks after your alleged ultrasound at Planned Parenthood, right?
Several weeks after.
Okay, well, you would agree with me there's an inconsistency there, right?
Right. I wasn't sure what the date was.
No OBGYN or qualified medical professional conducted an ultrasound, performed a physical examination, or performed a blood test to confirm your alleged pregnancy on or before August 1st of 2023, right?
Wrong.
Okay, let's talk about that because I suspected you would answer that this way. You claim that you had an alleged ultrasound at Planned Parenthood in Southern California, correct?
Correct.
And you testified during your deposition that the alleged ultrasound with Planned Parenthood was in Mission Viejo, California on July 7th of 2023, right?
I did say it was there. That's where I was staying at the time in Mission Viejo.
And while being examined by your attorney, Mr. Gingras, you said that you went to Planned Parenthood under a fake name, right?
Right.
But you didn't bother to provide our office with the alleged name that you went to Planned Parenthood under, right?
Right.
And you knew that we were seeking your records from Planned Parenthood specifically because of the alleged ultrasound that you had there, right?
Right.
So wouldn't it have made sense for you to provide our office with a copy or the name that you allegedly went to Planned Parenthood under?
I felt like the whole purpose of going to Planned Parenthood is to remain anonymous and that's one of my protections.
That's one of my protections. It's in my constitution, Miss Deandra. Okay. First of all, if you are in this situation and that's what I meant earlier, Shay, like you're signing HIPAA releases to allow them to get the records to prove you indeed got this treatment, got this sonogram done. It's the records are going to prove you were in fact pregnant, and you're willing to screenshot and show records, right? The one she wants to submit for the pregnancy, yet you are so adamant not to provide the fake alias that you allegedly went and got a sonogram done at Planned Parenthood using. What would be the issue now as far as obtaining those records? Why would you need to remain anonymous now when you're willing to show all the other records? Number one. Number two, Planned Parenthood does not let you use a fake name like that. That's not how it works anymore because there's huge liability issues.
Right.
The purpose of going to Planned Parenthood is to remain anonymous and that's one of my protections.
Okay. I want you to take a look at Exhibit 28. And this is B28, Your Honor. Is this a true and accurate picture of the ultrasound you claim you received at Planned Parenthood in California in July of 2023?
That looks like it, yes.
I'd move to admit Exhibit 28, Your Honor.
Any objection?
No objection.
B28 received.
So what I altered?
And Ms. Owens, this ultrasound image does not say Planned Parenthood. It says SMIL, which I'll call SMILE for purposes of court today, correct?
Correct.
And in your deposition, you admitted you altered this ultrasound picture to say SMILE instead of Planned Parenthood, right?
Correct.
And you admitted in your deposition to altering this picture on the Adobe Acrobat program at your house, right?
Correct.
During the deposition, you testified that the date listed here of July 7th of 2023 was correct and hadn't been edited by you, right?
Correct.
But you later admit that you lied about this July 7th ultrasound date, right?
Correct.
And you executed an affidavit on April 16th of 2024, claiming the correct date for this already doctored ultrasound was actually July 2nd of 2023, correct?
Correct.
So I want to get this straight, Ms. Owens. You initially claimed you had an ultrasound at Planned Parenthood on July 7th, which you doctored to say it was from Smile, right?
Correct.
Then the story changes again, and you claim that the ultrasound image should actually be dated July 2nd of 2023, right?
Correct.
So you changed the date on the ultrasound from July 2nd to July 7th, correct?
Correct.
And you utilized this altered or fake ultrasound to try to convince Mr. Echard and the court and the media that you were pregnant with Mr. Echard's twins.
This was never submitted to the court.
You're aware that Planned Parenthood has no record of an ultrasound for you, correct?
Under my real name, yes, and more.
And again, we've established you didn't provide our office with the name of that you allegedly went to Planned Parenthood under, correct?
Correct.
You never attended an appointment with Planned Parenthood in this case, Ms. Owens.
Yes, I did.
Can you take a look at Exhibit B29?
Yes, I did.
See, again, there's that cover sheet that would be from the lawyers sending out the request with the attached HIPAA. And so where are the records, girl? There are 3 pages, including the cover.
This is a true and accurate copy of our request and the response from Planned Parenthood regarding your records dated April 26th of 2024, correct?
Correct. I don't believe I've seen this, but I have no idea.
And counsel, I'm so sorry. I'll stop the clock like I've done for the others. We're going to give you a microphone because as I anticipated, there was a problem picking up your cross-examination.
And the microphone made it shittier. She had better audio before.
We need to hear every lie clearly.
Right?
I know.
All right, go ahead. Thank you.
And I'll ask that a question one more time, Your Honor. Ms. Owens, Exhibit 29 is a copy of our request and the response from Planned Parenthood regarding your records dated April 26th of 2024, correct?
Correct.
Move for the admission of Exhibit B29, Your Honor.
Any objection?
No objection.
B29 is received.
And while you've indicated today that you went to Planned Parenthood under...
Wait, hold on. You were there, Boots? We couldn't hear in the overflow room, which is why they changed the mic. You were there?
Oh, Boots.
Boots, you're holding back on us. Are you serious? Oh, that's so interesting. I couldn't imagine being there in real time experiencing that. That's crazy.
Wow, Boots.
Oh my goodness. That's awesome.
Was your jaw on the floor like the whole time?
I imagine it would be. Well, Vicky, interesting, like when you have certain diagnoses, you can absolutely pass a polygraph because you don't have that same physical reaction that someone who may not be a psychopath would.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, were you really? I was at the status conversation. No way. I know the laughing when the laughing happened. Oh my gosh, that's so crazy. Wow.
Of Exhibit B29, Your Honor.
Any objection?
No objection.
B29 is received.
And while you've indicated today that you went to Planned Parenthood under a fake name, this letter actually indicates that you had scheduled an appointment for July 2nd, but that you failed to attend.
Correct.
It also indicates that the ultrasound image that you claimed was from Planned Parenthood was not from Planned Parenthood because it was not consistent with ultrasound images generated by their practice, right?
Not by the one in Mission Viejo. Correct.
Ms. Owens, these are yes or no questions. This document states that the ultrasound image you have claimed is from Planned Parenthood is not consistent with ultrasound images generated by their practice, right?
Boom. So not even, there's no records that come back under your name. We asked them, is this sonogram photo consistent with the sonogram images your facilities would supply?
Smart.
No. Yeah, only a minor thing.
What is she going to spit out of this one?
Oh, gosh.
Is not consistent with ultrasound images generated by their practice, right?
By that practice. But as they said, I could have been seen by another different entity.
Ms. Owens, you're well aware that this request covered all of Orange County and San Bernardino County.
It didn't cover Los Angeles, though.
So now you're saying you went to Planned Parenthood in Los Angeles.
Yes.
So you're telling us you went to Planned Parenthood in Los Angeles on the day of trial today.
Yes.
Okay. When did you go to Planned Parenthood in Los Angeles?
Exactly when I said I went.
When was that?
July 2nd.
I'd like to go back to the 2 sacks you passed. So again, in your deposition, you claimed you passed them
God,
in
she makes me
September,
mad.
October, right?
Yes.
But then you changed the date and claimed that you passed these 2 sacks on July 23rd of 2023, right?
Right.
Yes, what's are you saying?
And you actually had an appointment scheduled with Dr. McCool, who you've claimed is your high-risk perinatologist, for July 24th of 2023, right?
Right, that I can't.
Wait, so that was one of the names during the injunction, remember? And she's
Yes.
like, Dr. McCool, remember?
Yes.
High-risk perinatologist? Like, that's how she was answering.
High-risk perinatologist for July 24th of 2023, right?
Right, that I canceled days prior.
Okay, so you canceled that appointment.
Days prior.
Then you rescheduled it to August 7th, right?
Yes, if that's the date that I did.
So wouldn't you agree with me that for someone who has had miscarriages in the past and who has an alleged high-risk pregnancy, it would be prudent to attend an in-person appointment shortly after passing 2 sacks?
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's why I asked the doctors online.
Ms. Owens, these are yes or no questions. I see you're looking at your attorney, but you need
Who's
to look at
shaking?
the question for me.
Okay, can you ask the question again?
Wouldn't you agree that as someone who has a high-risk pregnancy that allegedly passed 2 sacks on July 23rd of 2023, it would have been important for you to see your high-risk perinatologist immediately after that happening?
Well, that's why I that's why I immediately contacted telemedicine. It was at night.
Why do you go to
Contacted
telemedicine?
a
Just go to the fucking
telemed provider
hospital.
instead of a
Right, you know, with twins and you're passing sacks, okay, and you would, you know, mom, doc, hey, so like, no, you'd go to the emergency room, and again, the fact that she's trying to claim that they did not advise her to go and seek medical, that shows you right then and there, she didn't even reach out because liability purposes, go and seek medical attention, 100%.
But you know, I can only think about just like my own experience of like when I was pregnant and being in a time where I was worried about the viability of that pregnancy, Melissa. I remember I had gotten from like Payway like shrimp fried rice or something, like had it like extra cooked. I ate it at work. On my way home driving, I threw it up everywhere on my dashboard. And I didn't have like morning sickness in the afternoon. I didn't throw up, you know? And then I got home and I kept getting sick and my back started hurting really bad. And I was really worried. I was like 6 months. And my husband at the time was like, we're going to the hospital. I ended up staying for like 3 days because I had like a bloodborne like kidney infection, or, you know, it went into my blood. I didn't even know it. And it happened so quickly. And I know this is very different and it's not a miscarriage, but I feel like when you are pregnant and you know something's wrong with your body and you're feeling it in some type of way, there is no calling a telemed doctor or anything. You're worried about the baby and your health because you know that, like, you know, everything that's
they go hand
supplement to you to go to baby. Yeah. And so I guess this to me is just wild because, like, you know, I probably, if I weren't pregnant at the time, would have just stayed home and like fought whatever was going on. But I was like worried about baby. And this is just weird.
And
And
she had
I could only
2
compare.
high risk. Right, exactly. Normal woman, right, Boots?
Well, that's why that's why I immediately contacted telemedicine. It was at night.
You contacted a telemed provider instead of attending the appointment with your high-risk perinatologist.
It had already been canceled days prior.
Wuffy.
So you had 4 appointments scheduled with Dr. McCool that you never attended, right?
Correct.
And you intentionally failed to attend those appointments because all of those appointments would have resulted in a medical record that stated you were not pregnant, right?
Objection argumentative.
Sustained to the form of the question, but you can ask the question in a different way.
I'll move on here. During the November 2nd hearing, you denied that the DNA test results came back with little to no fetal DNA, right?
What?
During the November 2nd hearing,
I said that the test
Can I finish the question, Ms. Owens? During the November 2nd hearing, you denied that the DNA test results came back with little to no fetal DNA. Ms. Owens, I see you continue.
No, I didn't. I never said it didn't. I said it came back inconclusive.
I'm confused about what date she's referring to. What
November 2nd.
November 2nd hearing?
Yes, November 2nd hearing.
Okay, again.
You dumbass. Sorry. It's the second part to the civil injunction against harassment that Deandra was cross-examining Laura.
How's he not getting this?
He's eating up her time. That's what he's doing.
Yeah,
That's
because
what
she's stuck and she's stuck in a lie. That's why she keeps looking at him to save her. She's like,
Yep.
save me, save me.
Yep, exactly.
November 2nd.
November 2nd hearing?
Yes, November 2nd hearing.
Okay, again, before my time, so that's why I'm confused. I apologize.
You can answer the question.
I said it was inconclusive and it was little to no fetal DNA. I never said it came back anything but that.
Okay, well, today you've admitted that there was little to no fetal DNA, right?
I've never said there was anything else.
Yes, you did.
You also ordered and took a blood HCG test through any lab test now on October 16th of 2023, correct?
Correct.
And I'd like you to take a look at Exhibit 36, dates page 201. Actually, this has already been admitted, so we'll move past that. By the time of this test on November 16th, you had claimed you were previously seen at Banner, Planned Parenthood, Dr. McCool, Dr. Higley, and even Dr. Zeman, right?
Your Honor, objection. She misstated the date. She said September 16th, I believe. It's October
That
16th.
can be addressed in redirect.
I said that Dr. McCool's my doctor. I did not say that I had seen him. I said I had seen Dr. Higley and the rest.
And she said October 16th because it stood out to me as right before their hearing, their first part of the injunction.
Mm-hmm.
Correct.
And we'll talk about Dr. Higley soon here, but
hi, Andrew.
Your answer is would you like me to repeat the question, Ms. Owens?
She can't keep up with the lies. This is what happens.
I'm going to stand here because it seems like you're looking at Mr. Gingras quite a bit for guidance.
No, I don't need guidance from my attorney. Yep. I know how to answer the questions.
By the time of your appointment or this test on October 16th of 2023, you claimed you were previously seen at Banner, Planned Parenthood, Dr. Higley, and even Dr. Zeman, right?
Yes.
But instead of going to any of those providers for this test, you went to an entirely new provider, correct?
I just went on my way home from taking the RavGen test, actually.
These are yes or no
Yes or
questions.
no.
Well, it wasn't a provider. It was a self-paid test. So.
Okay, so you didn't go to any of your prior listed providers for this test, right?
Correct.
Okay. By your own admission in your affidavit signed April 16th of 2024, this result of an HCG level of 102 was not consistent with pregnancy, right?
Objection misstates the testimony.
Overruled. You can answer.
Oh, can you say it again? I'm sorry.
By your own admission, the test result of 102 for the level for HCG was not consistent with the pregnancy.
Objection. John, go ahead.
I learned that it was.
You learned that it was consistent with pregnancy or was not consistent with pregnancy?
Well, the test result said anything above 4 was pregnant. So I thought 102 was pregnant, but then I learned it was not.
Okay, so you would agree with me that this was not consistent with pregnancy?
No, I wouldn't.
Yeah. You doctored this particular test twice, Ms. Owens, correct?
I doctored the test once.
Okay, and when was that?
Could you imagine, Jay? I doctored it once. Okay, I doctored it once. Oh my gosh!
Doctoring it once doesn't make me a liar.
I'm admitting to my doctoring. So like anything else, like obviously, like I didn't do. This was the test result she altered and sent to Dave Neal. So interesting. So interesting. Classic Letitia move, pretending to have not heard the question to buy more time to think of a lie. Yes. Well, when you're not lying and then you're adding lies to cover up on the lies, and I'm sure come her trial, the fact that she's now said it was Los Angeles that she got that sonogram done at Planned Parenthood. You're just perjuring yourself more, because then when they go and they get the records from Los Angeles and none are there, like, you are digging that hole.
Mm-hmm.
I can't wait to go over the body cam with you after this next, Shay. Oh my goodness.
When I tried to send it to Dave Neal to get him to stop creating harassing videos of me,
And what amount did you doctor the HCG level to for that particular?
it was like 102,000, I believe.
Isabel, can you please pull up?
So the content creator, Dave Neal, who has done excellent continuous coverage on Laura Owens, she, you have that relationship now with the media, so to speak. And so you doctored this to show not 102 HCG level, 102,000. Like, you added 100,000. You sneaky little hoe. Yes, KV. She doctored everything. She doctored her stomach. She doctored everything.
She's a whole ass lie.
Yeah.
Liza Minnelli.
It's like 102,000, I believe.
Okay. Isabel, can you please pull up Exhibit 17, Bates page 113? Ms. Owens, you'll recognize this as it looks like the same test from October 16th, but it has an HCG level different than what you just indicated, and it says 131,902.
Okay.
Correct?
Yes, that's.
So you also doctored this test.
No, I didn't know what the number was that I had made it to.
Well, Ms. Owens, I agree. You doctored this test twice.
I made it
One to
too.
say 102,000 and again to say 131,902, right?
I doctored it, I guess, to say 131,902.
So you did.
Ooh, you bad girl. You can't keep up with it. You're just shooting out these results to show everyone who's exposing you, you're wrong, and just you can't even keep up. You're drowning in the lies, Laura.
The truth shall set you free.
I'm here for it.
902, right?
I doctored it, I guess, to say 131,902.
Okay. As of October
I guess
17th,
you caught me.
2023, when you received this test result, you had reason to believe you were not pregnant, right?
Yes, after doing some research, yes.
Okay. But then you proceeded to lie under oath at hearings before this court on October 24th, October 25th, and November 2nd, correct?
That's not correct, no.
Instead of telling the truth, you tampered with this HCG test to increase the level and offered that as support for a pregnancy.
To a content creator, not to the court.
You also testified on November 2nd, unequivocally, that your OBGYNs were Dr. McCool and Dr. Higley, right?
Right.
In fact, you went so far as to state that your main OBGYN is the perinatalogist, Dr. McCool, right?
Correct.
You further testified on November 2nd that you had last seen Dr. Higley on last Friday, right?
Right.
You lied to
Oh,
the court
really,
with those
Boots?
I had the appointment scheduled, which you guys have.
Yes or no questions.
I know, but they didn't.
Okay, no, hold on, Laura, because she was so defensive, and her lawyer objected, and she just proceeded to answer, and he shook his head and everything. You had said you last saw the doctor last Friday, Dr. McCool. I remember. And
Yeah,
now
I
you're
do.
about to switch that up.
And did you see what Boots said?
What? No, I didn't see it.
It said, by the way, the ultrasound video she also sent to Reality Steve, and he showed us in the overflow room.
Oh my gosh.
Jeez.
Overflow room must have been intense.
There probably wasn't enough popcorn to go around.
Yeah. Yep. Oh my gosh.
What?
Higley on last Friday, right?
Right.
You lied to the court when you made those statements.
I had the appointment scheduled, which you guys have.
Yes or no questions.
I know, but it needs to be answered. Correct. It needs to be answered. I had an appointment scheduled with him that I did not attend, but I did have an appointment scheduled.
Okay, so when you say you were seen by a doctor, that's not the same as having an appointment scheduled, correct?
Correct.
So we would agree that you were dishonest when you said you were physically seen by Dr. Higley the Friday before the November 2nd hearing.
Correct. That's a very minor thing.
Okay, stop. Stop.
Yeah, really.
That's just a minor lie.
Wait. Yeah. That's a very minor thing. Okay. I know I said I was seen by Dr. McCool last Friday, but I had an appointment scheduled that I canceled. But that's a very minor difference. Okay. But listen, watch what she's about to. Look at this manipulation, Shay. Are you ready?
Okay. The Friday before the November 2nd hearing.
Correct. That's a very minor thing.
Okay, stop. Stop.
Yeah, really.
Ms. Owens,
You know,
you've never been seen.
I mean, if this is good, I'm not comfortable if the JFC crew is going to be having reactions, honestly.
Okay, I'm going to stop.
JFC, Justice for Clayton. Okay. And it wasn't even the judge who told the gallery to stop. It was her lawyer. Turn around and stop. Sorry, that's not your place. It really isn't. It's the judge's courtroom and it's her place to interject. But for her to be like, you know what? I'm not even comfortable because the JFC crew. Could you believe that?
Oh my! So who was it? Boots and Jade? Like the reactions
That
were
was
coming from.
all of the witnesses. Like really, it was the additional people in the overflow room. They explained, and it was the witnesses, family members, victims, things like that were filling up that gallery.
Wow.
For the November 2nd hearing.
Correct. That's a very minor thing.
Stop. Stop.
Yeah, really.
Ms. Owens,
You know,
you've never been seen.
I mean, if this is good, I'm not comfortable if the JFC crew is going to be having reactions, honestly.
Okay, I'm going to stop the clock at this time. Counsel, you ask questions. Ma'am, you answer the questions. I could ask the gallery to please keep your reactions.
I think I
I'm
can't.
still talking, ma'am. Keep your comments to a minimum or you will be leave. Go ahead,
Don't you
counsel.
dare talk over the judge.
I
Ms.
love
Owens,
how
you've
she
never
was
been-
trying to say, though, I don't think I could do this. Like, I have to, as if it was a choice. Like, you don't have a choice. But it shows, again, she had never been held really accountable, and she's always been able to weasel her way out. Yeah, the Justice for Clayton crew. That's what she would, I guess, call them, JFC crew. It's amazing. It's insane. You interrupt the judge when the judge is speaking.
Ma'am, or you will be asked to leave. Go ahead, counsel.
Ms. Owens, you've never been seen by Dr. McCool or Dr. Higley for any medical appointment, correct?
Correct.
And the records from Dr. McCool's office indicate that you made 4 appointments that you never attended, correct?
Correct.
And the records from Dr. Higley's office that we obtained indicate that they have no records for you from August 2020 through the present, right?
I'm sorry, you said Dr. Higley or Dr. McCool? Can I take a minute?
Yeah, can we have just a 5-minute recess?
Sure, at this time.
Oh my gosh. And this is what happens when you can't get out of your lie. I'm just, you know what? This is the perfect opportunity. I just need a minute, okay? I don't think so, because it flipped, correct me if I'm wrong, it flipped to the counsel, and it was her lawyer who had swiveled his chair around and said, enough, guy. And that's why she felt comfortable saying, yeah, enough, because it was her counsel.
Yeah.
That swiveled.
And Missy's, yes, this is the family court.
Yeah, this was family court, but she's going for criminal trial in January.
Because of what happened in this family court session.
Mm-hmm.
You said Dr. Higley or Dr. McCool? Can I take a minute?
Yeah, can we have just a 5-minute recess?
Sure, at this time. No, go ahead. What were you going to say, counsel?
I'm just concerned about our time constraint. That's all, Your Honor. So,
Well, we factored in a 10-minute break. So what we'll do is we'll take it now. And then when we come back, there will be no further breaks. So that's just something for the parties to keep in mind. We'll stand in recess.
all right.
Your water. I want you to drink. I have a problem with that. I'm straight. Okay. I think you can hang 20. Okay.
Thank you, Boots.
Thank you, Boots, for the correction. Hi, Benny the dog.
Thank you.
Hi, Missy's Angel.
Ms. Owens, you testified at the November 2nd hearing that you had a due date of February 14th of 2024, which is Valentine's Day, correct?
Correct.
But you don't have a single medical record to support that alleged due date, right?
No, I do. I was trying to say I do have a record. That's what I was told by Tamara Lister at Banner Health, was that it would be Valentine's Day.
And you're aware that the record that you provided from Banner does not indicate any due date, right?
It was in conversation with her as to when the due date would be.
No, they would put
You
your
going
due
to
date.
urgent care and taking a rapid pregnancy test would never result in them determining the due date and stuff. It would be, yep, it came up the presumptive positive. Go make an OBGYN appointment. Like, are you out of your mind?
You're aware that the record you provided from Banner lists no such due date, right?
It can't be answered in a yes or no manner.
Yes, it can.
I'm saying
Answer yes, no, or I don't know.
So then can you please repeat the question?
Ms. Owens, you're aware that the record from Banner that you provided, that your attorney just admitted into evidence, does not have an alleged due date of any kind on it, right?
Okay, then yes.
I want you to take a look at what's our Exhibit 17, page 110. And this is the same as your Exhibit A1. This is a picture you took of a portion of a page from Banner, correct?
Correct.
Where is the rest of the document, Ms. Owens?
Clayton had it.
I'm asking you, where is the rest of the document in this particular exhibit?
I don't know, but there's nothing I was trying to hide from it. Clayton got the entire thing.
Ms. Owens, you recognize you've been accused of faking records in this case, right?
Yes.
And you expect the court to accept a picture of a portion of an alleged record?
You guys got the results yourselves, so
These are yes or no questions. Your
that's
attorney
not
is going to
fair.
have an opportunity to conduct redirect examination, and you can elaborate then.
And again, one at a time.
I mean, that's not fair. You guys know that you have the results of this that show the same thing, so I wasn't hiding anything here. That's not fair.
I have to move on, so I'd ask that the court find this non-responsive.
Court will designate it as non-responsive.
For someone who's been involved in court cases nonstop since at least 2016.
You know what? That's not accurate. I have not been involved nonstop
I'm
since
going to stop the clock for a moment, and I'm going to remind the parties. Counsel, you ask a question, ma'am, you answer the question. Otherwise, we move into a different area that I don't think anyone wants to go into. Counsel, resume.
Ms. Owens, you have been involved in court cases since at least 2016, correct?
Nonstop, or are you saying since 2016? Can you just rephrase the question?
Please answer the question as I've asked it. You've been involved in court cases since 2016.
No.
Okay. This particular document, Exhibit A1, has 3 different types of highlighting on it, correct?
I see 2.
And Isabel, if you can please pull our Exhibit 17, page 110.
It's not fair, Your Honor.
You'll see this is the same document, but I believe maybe when your office scanned it in, you can't see all the highlighting. So I'm going to show you ours. You see there's 3 different types of highlighting.
Yes.
And you highlighted this on the same Adobe Acrobat program that you used to alter the other records, correct?
This was the doctor highlighted point of care test results, and then I highlighted first trimester pregnancy and encounter for pregnancy test on my iPhone, but it wasn't Adobe Acrobat.
Okay, but you would agree with me, there's 3 different types of highlighting on this document, correct?
Yes.
And I want to talk to you about the date of this alleged HCG test. We can agree that a woman typically takes a pregnancy test when they've missed their menstrual period, right?
Well, my case was different.
So is there yes or no question?
I think the answer depends. I don't get it.
It depends. Typically, that's why she asked, typically, it's after you miss a period that would cause a woman to take a pregnancy test, right? A need to take it after there's something that may imply pregnancy. It's chaos.
She just infuriates me.
I know, but I love watching a liar get hung up. I don't know why it brings me so much joy, Shay. I think because I hate liars so much, so when I see them getting hung up, whoo, like this is like crack to me. It's so exhilarating and gives me an adrenaline rush. That's a great question, Jane, but let's hear Laura answer it, shall we?
Is there yes or no questions?
I think the answer depends. I don't get a period, so I don't know how to answer that.
Okay, so you don't get a regular period.
I don't.
So you took this test before even missing a period, right?
Correct.
And between 2014 and the present, you have alleged that you were pregnant by 4 different men, correct?
Correct.
And all 4 of those men told you, one way or another, that they believed you fabricated those pregnancies, right?
The first was not so specific about that.
You have alleged in total that you have been pregnant from 4 different men. All 4 are in this courtroom today. I think all 4, at least 3 were. And all 4 of them have alleged that you were lying about the pregnancy. But listen, that first one wasn't so specific.
God.
What does that mean? How specific does he have to get? Oh my God.
Oh, geez.
Fabricated those pregnancies, right?
The first was not so specific about that.
And 3 of them are here today, right?
Correct.
And they also believe that you doctored medical records, right?
Objection, foundation.
Sustained.
I'll move on, Your Honor. Ms. Owens, each time that one of these 3 men refused to be in a relationship with you and questioned your pregnancy narrative, you obtained an order of protection against them, right?
False.
Okay, well, you have an order of protection against Mr. Greg Gillespie, correct?
Correct.
And he didn't believe that you were ever pregnant with his child, right?
No, that's wrong. He had me, I went to a doctor. He told me I needed to go to the specific doctor to confirm the pregnancy.
Look at the judge, because your lawyer made an objection and you need to wait for the judge to rule on that objection. And honestly, to your own detriment, you are answering. Wait for her to rule, but she is just, which is a typical liar, Shay. You are just so quick to explain away what Deandra is presenting that you're just bypassing the judge and your lawyer's objection. But watch her face.
Well, I thought it was so telling when her lawyer was first doing the direct. She was like, are you gonna show that exhibit? I was like, God, you're freaking controlling. Like, it's weird.
Yes.
You were ever pregnant with his child, right?
No, that's wrong. He had me, I went to a doctor. He told me I needed to go to the specific doctor to confirm the pregnancy, which I did, who spoke to him.
Stop. I'm striking that response. The court reporter has been very clear. Everyone's talking over each other for appellate purposes. And the fact that one of the parties is paying for the court reporter, I implore you please to talk one at a time. With regards to the objection, it's overruled. Go ahead, counsel.
Your Honor, I'll move on in the interest of time. Ms. Owens, you didn't file an affidavit of financial information in this case, did you?
I did.
When did you file that?
August or September. It's with the court.
Okay.
It's on the record.
Well, consistent with your deposition testimony and your April 16th affidavit, you would agree with me that you make approximately $200,000 a year and then have approximately $500,000 in like a money market account, right?
I don't have $500,000 in a money market account.
Okay, but you would agree with me that
We saw, don't forget, we saw that, remember?
approximately $200,000 a year and then have approximately $500,000 in like a money market account, right?
I don't have $500,000 in a money market account.
Okay, but you would agree with me that you make approximately $200,000 a year?
It's with businesses I have with my mom, so it's proportional to us.
Okay.
With our companies, yeah.
Ms. Owens, I want to give you one more opportunity. The media is here. You know that this case has gone viral. You have an opportunity right now to come clean and start fresh. So I'm going to ask you one final time. You were never pregnant by Clayton Echard, correct?
That is absolutely incorrect.
I have no further questions.
Time, Judge.
Time check, 28 minutes, 46 seconds. Redirect when you're ready.
Your Honor, I've got about 3 questions. First of all, Laura, looking
10
at
toes
Exhibit
down on those
A0, are we
lies.
on my screen? This is the timeline that we talked about before. Can you just go back over that real quick? And does that accurately reflect the testimony you gave earlier regarding your version of the
Pause, sorry. Does anyone who's more familiar with this, which by the way, I appreciate every single one of you guys who have been following this and who are helping us along the way. You guys are absolutely amazing and it really, really is so helpful. But does any one of you guys know, has anyone FOIA'd these exhibits given that this case has been closed? Have they been released? I'm very curious about it. I would love to go through the exhibits. I just don't know if they're available.
does that accurately reflect the testimony you gave earlier regarding your version of the events?
Yes.
Your Honor, I move to admit Exhibit A0 under, it's a Rule 1006. It's a summary of testimony.
Your Honor, I would object. I don't believe this is an accurate summary of her testimony today.
That's for the finding.
Over objection, the court will receive what's been marked as A30, giving it the weight that it deserves. It doesn't care to be demonstratively.
Right. Laura, regarding Banner, there was some comment just a minute ago that you didn't produce records from Banner. To your knowledge, did you authorize Mr. Woodnick or his firm to get records from Banner?
Yes.
And looking at Exhibit A1, it's not just a photo of, the first page is a photo of something, but can you tell us what the second page here is?
That's from my patient portal showing that I was positive for Banner.
Okay, and to your knowledge, did Mr. Woodnick actually receive records from Banner? Did he ask for them?
Yes.
And did he get them?
Yes.
Okay. One final thing, you said before on cross-examination that when you saw that 102 HCG test from October 16th, that you believe that meant you were not pregnant. Do you understand the difference between a viable pregnancy and a non-viable one?
Yes.
Do you believe that the 102 number that you got in October 16th of 2023 meant that you were not pregnant at all?
Objection leading.
Sustained.
What was your understanding of that 102 number? What did it mean to you?
That I was still pregnant, as it was over 4 was what it said.
Okay. No further questions, Your Honor.
4?
All right,
Wow.
let's sit back down.
Okay, so we're gonna pause there, and we'll, because there's a few different witnesses include, which is super interesting as far as the expert doctors, and then Clayton's gonna come up too.
Okay.
But the expert doctors are going to, and I told you about this, focus on that bump, okay, and testify whether or not she can in fact be pregnant or not pregnant. And here's the thing about experts though, okay? And then I'm not, I don't want to discredit every expert versus the expert you hire for your argument is always going to be in favor of your side. That's just the truth. You are not going, experts cost a crap ton of money. Even to get a narrative report from a doctor, it costs a lot of money. And you are not going to pay to put an expert on that stand if their narrative doesn't align. Now, with that being said, does that mean what they're saying isn't factual? No, not necessarily. But see, we'll get into it tomorrow, but this is the thing I don't like, because yes, there have been cases where a woman has appeared pregnant and wasn't pregnant, and it could have been a tumor. It could have been endless list of reasons. And so it's kind of like a little bit of a weasel way out, in my opinion, of, is it possible, like that someone could appear to be pregnant? Yeah. Is it possible? Is there certainty that she was pregnant because her stomach? No, and so it doesn't really mean too much to me, but it is interesting what Laura's expert says on the stand, in my opinion.
Well, and I also think too, to add, Melissa, is the experts, I try to give a little grace in this aspect, that like they're only good as to what they're provided. And so if they're limited in what information they're reviewing, like that can definitely skew a little bit of their expert opinion, and that's just my opinion that I've seen just in other cases that aren't like this, that it seemed like that can get twisted easily.
Mm-hmm. I'm just so excited because, like, I don't understand how you could argue. Nothing she provided are medical records proving she was pregnant. The only legitimate medical records she provided showed she was not pregnant. Plain and simple, right there. But it's super interesting, and I'm so excited. We're going to be watching the second half. It's already scheduled for tomorrow, guys. So you could hit the notification, make sure your reminder is set. I want to do this missing child before we go, but also, like I said, Saturday, the Shaman, I would love for you to join, Shay. We're going to get into, I just saw it this morning, and it's a case about, it very much parallels this, in my opinion, this young, beautiful girl, and she faked a pregnancy, used a moon bump, had a gender reveal with her family, her friends, the father of this child, and then claimed to have the baby and used a reborn doll. Those are the tiny dolls that very realistically look like a newborn baby. Like, my mind is blown with it. So I think these women need to be held accountable who are pulling this shit, because it's not okay. It's just not okay.
No, it's not. And thank you for having me. I'm going to jump down because my food just got here, and I'll see you later.
Sounds good. Thank you for coming, and I will see you at Allie's. So here is our missing child, guys. This is Colin Ortiz. He has been missing since the 13th of October, 2025, out of Brooklyn, New York. He's listed as 0 years old, and it says Colin is a missing endangered child. He was last seen with his mother, Christina Ortiz, who is also missing, walking with him on Dean Street, Brooklyn, Kings County at 11:50 a.m. on Monday, October 13th. Colin was last seen wearing a brown onesie. His mother, Christina, was last seen wearing a black winter jacket and black pants. If seen, call 911. So here's Christina, who is 17 years old. So you have a 17-year-old and her newborn baby. If you or anyone you know has information on their whereabouts, please call 800-346-3543. So we are going to go over to Alex Erickson's channel. I'm going to drop her link. She is live talking about the entire situation going on with Hidden True Crime. And we will be back here tomorrow at the same time to watch part 2. So thank you so much. Yes, her link is dropped right here, Doodles and Gray. Thank you so much all for hanging out. Thank you to my mods. You guys are amazing. And I will see you guys back here if you're not going to Allie's tomorrow. And I can't wait to watch the second half. So have a great night, and I'll see you all soon.